gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá fẹ́ ṣe àwa ló yẹ ká sọ pé nǹkan báyìí la fẹ́. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ gbé kó ọ̀rọ̀ ajé ìlú wa, tẹ́ sọ pé ní interest inú ẹ̀, tẹ́ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ fẹ́ sọ di nǹkan míì, nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ dà yẹn, ẹ wá sílùú wa, kẹ́ dá ilé iṣẹ́ lẹ̀, kẹ́ fi ṣe gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Àwa ló yẹ ká máa ṣe, kò yẹ kó jẹ́ pé àwọn tí wọ́n ti òkè wá ló yẹ kí wọ́n máa dábàá fún wa pé báyìí la ṣe máa ṣe, báyìí la ṣe máa ṣe. Ó tiẹ̀ wá lọ, ó tún wá pọ́n mọ́ wọn jù pàápàá tí a bá fi olórí jẹ ní ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀, wọ́n á sọ fún wa pé níta fi jẹ́ yẹn ń kọ́, àwọn ò fẹ́, kò ṣe ìfẹ́ àwọn, wọ́n á tún pa wọ́n, wọ́n á gbéra, wọ́n á wá ọ̀nà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n á lo àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ògínà ọmọ ìlú yẹn, wọ́n á fi pa àwọn ẹni yẹn dànù. So gbogbo ìyẹn kò yẹ ká lè fi àyè gbà tí ìrẹ́pọ̀ bá wà láàrin wa. So ìyẹn la ṣe ní lénìí Neocolonialism in Africa, time for change ni a máa jíròrò lé lórí. Mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwa tá wà nílé la mọ̀ bí òfin wa bó ṣe rí, wípé ẹni bá a máa ń dúró de ìgbà tí a bá máa béèrè ìbéèrè lọ́wọ́ wa kó tó di pé a máa nawọ́ sókè. A bá dẹ̀ ti nawọ́ sókè, wọ́n máa pè wá. Téèyàn bá dẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀, a kì í fẹ́ kán máa dá ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Ẹni bá ní ọ̀rọ̀ sọ kó kọ sílẹ̀, tó bá tó àsìkò ìbéèrè kí wọ́n béèrè. So Barrister, bóyá ẹ fún wa national anthem. Ẹ ṣeun. Ètò tó kàn sí ni pé màá pe directorate director wa, ọmọọba obìnrin Adéọlá Àtayọ Ọlámijùlọ, kí wọ́n fún wa ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣítí ráńpẹ́ ká tó máa bá ètò lọ.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni mo dúpẹ́. Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ kálẹ́ ní gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá wa, ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, àbúrò wa, tẹ̀pẹ̀ ní tí ẹ̀dẹ̀ jẹ́ wa. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, a dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè ọba tó fún wa ní àlàáfíà àti ẹ̀mí gígùn láti rí ọjọ́ òní, ojú òní tì wá o. Gbogbo àwọn tí ẹ ń fi owó ránṣẹ́ sí wa, tí ẹ mú encourage wa, wọ́n wé ọjọ́ dà, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ọ̀pọ̀ ní Olúwa dẹ̀ fi rọ́pò. To our panelists that will be debating today, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín náà, a dẹ̀ farabalẹ̀ a gbọ́ one or two things láti learn látọ̀dọ̀ yín nìyí. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, over to you sir. Ẹ ṣé gan.
Ẹ ṣeun. Barrister, ẹ fún wa ní montage. Barrister, ẹ fún wa ní montage.
I move to the next one. Montage will come shortly soon.
Okay.
A kò lè gbàgbé. Pípa àwọn ènìyàn wa láti ọwọ́ àwọn Fúlàní. A kò lè gbàgbé. A kò lè gbàgbé ìfi Fúlàní Sẹ́ríkì joyè ní ìgbèríko wa. A kò lè gbàgbé. Ọgbọ́n àlùmọ̀kọ́rọ́ yìí láti gba ilẹ̀ ayébáyé wa. A kò lè gbàgbé. Ìgbìmọ̀pọ̀ Fúlàní láti múni sìn títí ayé láti sọ wá di ará nílùú bàbá wa. A kò lè gbàgbé. Ìgbìmọ̀pọ̀ Fúlàní láti sọ àwọn obìnrin wa di àkísà orí àtìtàn nílùú wa. A kò lè gbàgbé. Ìsọ Fúlàní di òmìrán tí ẹnikẹ́ni kò lè fọwọ́ kàn lábẹ́ òfin pẹ̀lú ìwà ọ̀bàyéjẹ́ tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. A kò lè gbàgbé. Ìwọlé bánijà lóru ọ̀gànjọ́. A kò lè gbàgbé. Ìgbìyànjú Fúlàní láti sọ ìlú wa di tiwọn àti láti gba ilẹ̀ ìbí wa pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹbí wọn láti orílẹ̀-èdè adúláwọ̀ Áfíríkà láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n lè máa gbé igbá orókè nínú ètò ìdìbò. A kò lè gbàgbé. Èròǹgbà àwọn Fúlàní láti fi owó ṣe ẹ̀tànjẹ fún àwọn ènìyàn wa láti gbàgbé ìpolongo fún àdádúró àwọn Yorùbá. A kò lè gbàgbé. Ìfimọ̀ṣe ọ̀kan àwọn Yorùbá láti ní orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa fún ìrandíran àwọn ọmọ wa. A kò lè gbàgbé. Àtìmọ́lé àwọn ènìyàn wa àìbìkítà ìjọba Fúlàní fún pípa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ní orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. A kò lè gbàgbé. A kò ní gbàgbé. Ìpínlẹ̀ Yorùbá di ṣíṣe, ìwẹ̀yìnwò kò sí rárá. Yorùbá ẹ jí ẹ má sùn o, Oòduà gbè wá o, kò ní gbé àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ á bálẹ̀ lọ. Ìkéde láti ẹnu Yorùbá Nation Global Directorate.
bá a bímọ nílé olówó oyè ó lè ṣèṣe olówó bá a bímọ nílé ọlọ́rọ̀ oyè ó lè rìnrìn ọlọ́lá kó rìnyàn fanda rìnrìn ọlọ́rọ̀ ọmọ tá a bá bí ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá yẹ kó mọ tì fún tẹ̀dọ̀ ohun àṣà àtìṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dẹ́kùndélẹ̀ tó fi mọ́ ìtàn ohun orísun ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àtàwọn bíi tó ṣe é mú yẹn gan tó dùn ún wò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ wo Ẹ̀rìn Ìjẹ̀ṣà waterfall kẹ́ẹ̀tún wò Kọ́gùsì níbi tómi gbóná àti tútù ti pàdé Ìdẹ̀rẹ̀ hill nínú odò ń kọ́ àtòkè Olúmọ lẹ́gbàá Aláké nání ohun ànílà nání ìdí ẹ̀ gan nìyí tí Yorùbá Nation Global Directorate fi gbé ètò kan ràbàǹdẹ̀ kalẹ̀ ní gbogbo ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta ọjọ́ sátidé fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá láti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kọ́gbọ́n mọ́gbọ́n nípa àṣà ìṣe ìtàn ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ àti òkodoro ọ̀rọ̀ nípa Yorùbá tó fi mọ́ ohun tó rọ̀ mọ́ ìjàngbara fún orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ẹ ṣáà mọ̀ pé bí olóde ò bá kú ojúdere ò ní wu koríko àìsí níbẹ̀ sì láì bá wọn dá sí wọ́n pín kò kàn mí onítọ̀hún ò yọjú síbẹ̀ ní darapọ̀ lórí ìkànnì YouTube ní gbogbo ọjọ́ sátidé ní dédé aago 3 ọ̀sán Nàìjíríà tàbí kó o darapọ̀ lórí Zoom tí àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ mo fẹ́ darapọ̀ ránṣẹ́ sórí ìkànnì ímeèlì yìí yorubaнаtionglobal.d@gmail.com ìkànnì Yorùbá Nation Global Directorate lẹ́yìn tí rí wò lórí YouTube oríṣiríṣi àlejò tó jẹ́ ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n tó nímọ̀ tó tó gbangba sùn lọ́yẹ́ ńlẹ́ wọn bá pàdé lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ fún ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ohun ọ̀rọ̀ ìyànjú àti ọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìlọsíwájú àti akitiyan gbígba òmìnira ilẹ̀ Yorùbá jẹ́ ká jọ pàdé níbi ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta tọ̀sẹ̀ yìí kẹ́kù lẹ́gbọ́ kó sọ fún toko pé a kì í fárílẹ́yìn olórí ẹni tó ní nǹkan ó da òní ò ṣe ń bẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní parun o Yorùbá ò ní rẹ̀yìn láíláí Yorùbá Nation Global Directorate lolùkéde.
ṣeun ètò tó kàn sí ni mo máa pe arábìnrin wa Abíọ́lá Ọ̀túnṣídé tó wá fún wa ní ìròyìn ráńpẹ́ káàkiri ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà.
Hello. Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ kú ìjókòó, mo kí gbogbo wa dédé àsìkò bí tí a bá wà. Good morning, everyone. We welcome you to the 134th news update and town hall meeting of the Yoruba Nation Global Directorate, hereafter referred to as Yoruba Nation, YNGD. The YNGD respectfully implore our people not to travel late at night while going to either northern or eastern part of Nigeria, including the lower Niger region. This warning is imperative in view of the revelation by the Nigerian Armed Forces that some cult groups dislodged from a community in Imo State were found with human body parts. These human body parts have been cannibalized while fresh ones were still on fire being roasted for consumption. This region has a long history of cannibalism dated back to the period of the Civil War. As a reputable and highly respected organization, we consider it our social responsibility to draw our people's attention to existence of this death trap. Please watch your back and be vigilant while in these regions. The YNGD calls on the federal government of Nigeria to constitute committees in each state and local government that will oversee the distribution of palliative materials in a more sensible, systematic, and orderly manner. The clip in the social media, whereby it was a free-for-all pick on the palliative items, left much to be desired. Nigerians should be given identification papers to collect items in a manner that will give respect to their human dignity and to avoid duplication, whereby one person will be getting more than one. Above all, we plead with the government of Nigeria to urgently create an environment for commerce to strive and not to wait until the populace become beggars. The Oraisa and Rankadede mindset must be eliminated amongst our people as a matter of urgency. A song to be played by Barrister Ogidengbe before this news. We do not have the copyrights to this song. We pay tribute to the memories of Ileri Oluwa Oladimeji Aloba, known professionally as Mohbad, was a Nigerian rapper, singer, songwriter from Lagos.
Hello.
Sir?
Leave keys.
Mohbad, you didn't follow me. I just come on me. Even if not diamonds. Maybe I'm a cato. Masiraji do mato. My grace in the auto. Automatic. One favor me a photo. Èmi ti gbéra láti 4:30, only one party, wọ́n filẹ̀, I drip on check go through one pause, ìmọ́lẹ̀, ó wálẹ̀. When I dey kóró rí sápá mú mi, mo máa ronú, mo máa sunkún. I don't work with tired, I don't pray tired. I don't go nothing off for fire. I know there is a day all my pains will go away. See then I party away. I know there is a day all my pains will go away. See then I smoke it away. I feel good, banana, banana. I'm a yummy mother, no cook, banana, banana. I feel good. Baby, I'm a gato. Masiraji do mato. My grace in the auto. Automatic. One favor me a photo. Èmi ti gbéra láti 4:30. Only one party. Wọ́n filẹ̀. I drip on check go through one pause. Ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ó wálẹ̀. Wouldn't follow me. Magic come with me.
Timmy J on the track.
Wow, gone too soon. We pay tribute to the memories of Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba, known professionally as Mohbad. He was a Nigerian rapper, singer, songwriter from Lagos. He died in very suspicious circumstances in Lagos and was hurriedly buried without autopsy, and the burial is not in line with dictates of the faith he practiced while he was alive. While we condone with his parents, his widow, his son, his friends, and his fans across the globe, we respectfully ask the Lagos State government, with collaboration of the Nigerian security agencies, to conduct an inquest to his death to ensure his death is not in vain, and to ensure justice is done. Whoever acts may be God. His soul may never rest in peace until those implicated in his death has been apprehended and convicted. It is time for us to begin to do things appropriately. Sunreo Imole, as it was also fondly addressed. That was the news update. Odua Agbewao. I remain yours, Abiola Utushile. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, madam.
Yes.
May Mohbad's soul rest in perfect peace. It's quite sad that at his prime, he was taken down. So sad. And it's a good way of advising our youngsters that we have to support ourselves. We don't need to be working hard against ourselves, especially when we are mounting the ladder of success and progress in life. It's really sad. We will also call on the government of Lagos State to ensure that an inquest is done so that they will discover those who will be implicated in the inquest should be brought to justice. Is very, very essential so that there can be progress in the society. So I will call on Apostle Raphael Adebayo. Appeal for funds. Apostle Adebayo. Mi rò pọ́n ìwà nílé barrister bóyá ẹ represent wọn.
Thank you very much. Baba Adebayo won't see around. Wọ́n ti wọlé wọ́n dẹ̀ jáde. Wọ́n send a message wípé there's a family getting married in Florida and is there at the moment. And we all can imagine how noisy the environment will be. So I would try as much as possible to speak what I believe would be his words. Kò sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ ju pé ká gbára wa níyànjú wípé ó kù díẹ̀ báyìí nìbọn ń ró. And tí ò bá dẹ̀ ní wọ́n ní nǹkan tó bá mú àgbàlagbà tó ń sáré tó dẹ̀ ń làágùn nínú òtútù tí ò bá ní nǹkan tó ń le ó ní nǹkan tó ń le. Tó ṣe bí òwe ẹ̀yin bàbá àti màmá ẹ̀ tó kọ́ wa wípé ó kù díẹ̀ báyìí ní ìbọn ń ró. And what we need to do is tí náà bá tán láṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ kò kí n tán lè kọ́nà ní jákèjádò àgbáyé níbi tí ìlú tó rọrùn tí gbogbo ẹ̀ ń lọ tí kún ké bí ẹyẹ bí èkó tẹ́yẹ ń ké bí ẹyẹ. The job of the government is to prepare to make sure that we have an enabling environment for every human endeavors to progress. And kì í ṣe àdáṣe ìjọba nìkan. So ọmọ ìlú náà ní social responsibility tán gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe, which is the reason why we ask and we've been asking and we will ask again that owó onírú owó oníyọ̀ ìnítere èjìtere àtàrí àjànàkú lọ̀rọ̀ ìlú kì í ṣe iṣẹ́ kì í ṣe ẹrù ẹnìkan ìjọba nìkan ò lè dá ṣe. But as we may criticize the government of the day in Nigeria, we need to look inwardly also and begin to do things differently. It is indeed our social responsibility to make sure that we do right by our people. I can't speak of any other country, but in the United Kingdom, the government produces an enabling environment, but iṣẹ́ kékeré tí charity ṣe, iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe kì í ṣe nǹkan tó kéré. Ṣé àwọn èèyàn tó ń voluntarily dúró de what do you call it? Tí ó yẹ pé cancer cancer research táwọn èèyàn donate sí ni, àbí the animal rights tí wọ́n fún irú Battersea dog home lówó, àbí Great Ormond Children Hospital tí wọ́n dúró de ìjọba. Èyí la fẹ́ jẹ́ káwa náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi kó mọ́ wa lára. Kì í ṣe gbogbo ọmọ wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ló gbọ́dọ̀ máa wá bàbá bí ó dìgbà tí government máa ń ṣe. Government is never a cure-all in any society. And tá bá ń sọ ààbò, hospitals and so many other things, ọmọ ló máa ń ní interest níbi tó máa ń fi owó sí. So ibi security tá à ń gbé yẹ̀wò òun láti dìmú láti gbà tá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò ní Global Directorate. We want Yoruba nation, a sovereign Yoruba nation we want. But ó yẹ ká mọ̀ wípé it may be late to cry when the heads are off. We feel the need to protect lives and properties. Àwa dẹ̀ la máa ṣe, àwa ni. Ṣé mọ̀ wípé kíní yìí bí alágbálúgbú omi òkun ni, kò sí ìjọba tó lówó ẹ̀tàn. It's something that will be going on forever. And kékeré tá ti ṣe, ẹ̀yin bàbá àti màmá sọ fún wa pé ìwọ̀n ikú ò ní ìtẹ́. So, but we want ìtẹ́ yẹn kó gbòòrò a little bit. The English will say, cut your coat according to your size. With the little we can do, we have done. If we have support, there's no doubt that we shall do more. Àánú Ọlọ́run, ìrànlọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn, ìrànlọ́wọ́ yín ló jẹ́ ká rí àwọn nǹkan tá a ti ṣe, tá a rí ṣe. And gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe máa ń sọ àwọn nǹkan mẹ́ta tá a dẹ̀ máa ń ṣe níbí. We want to be accountable, we want to be transparent, and we want to be prudent in the way we manage your money. Ìdí rèé tó jẹ́ wípé a máa ń sọ fún yín pé tí anybody bá ní ìbéèrè, a fẹ́ wẹ̀ ká yán kọ̀ọ̀kan, ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa. The account section are transparent, they are accountable, they will do that. Ẹ tún wá sọ fún wa pé tí ògo èèyàn bá dáyàn lójú èèyàn fi ń gbáre ni. It is a promise that we have made at the Yoruba Nation Global Directorate pé a ní dójú ti ìran Yorùbá, a dẹ̀ ní dójú ti ara wa. So pẹ̀lú eléyìí tá a ti sọ tó jẹ́ ṣókí lọ́bẹ̀ oge, abẹ̀yìn kẹjọ, help us. Michael Jackson said, heal the world, make it a better place for you and me and the entire universe. At a point in the 80s, the Americans did a song called USA of Africa, pleading on behalf of Africa. But these are the sons and daughters of Africa pleading, sons and daughters of Yoruba pleading. Ẹjọ́, ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ní díẹ̀ tó nínú lóhùn, and ohun kékeré báyìí náà ní oúnjẹ oníṣẹ́ lójú. Ọlọ́run níṣẹ́ wá lóníṣẹ́. Don't let us wait until we have $1 million to give. Because giving is a spirit. If you can't give a penny now, you won't be able to give $1 million when you have it. So please, we plead with you, Ẹjọ́, ẹ ràn Yoruba Nation Global Directorate lọ́wọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ kí owó yín kó lọ síbi tí ẹ̀yin gangan tí ẹ̀ ní lè lọ. This is the only reason many of us should be able to sleep better at night, knowing that we've done what is right by our people. A ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ìṣẹ́. Kò lórúkọ méjì. Ìṣẹ́ ó wà lórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ìṣẹ́, ìlú tẹ́ bá ti rí tí àwọn èèyàn ti ń lọ patí, tí wọ́n ń kó àjẹkù oúnjẹ lórí tébù tó ń da ilá pọ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀gúsí. Wọ́n ní ebi kì í wọnú kọ̀rọ̀ mi wọ̀bẹ̀. We are at a level where our people cannot protect themselves. So we need to mobilize the remnant that are willing to do it. kan lè ṣe Yorùbá dẹ̀ wọ́n ní owó ni ó jẹ kì í jàgbàdo ẹ jọ̀ọ́ we need your money Odùduwà gbé wa kò lè ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀ á fi àkáǹtì wa tẹ̀lé fi owó ràn wá lọ́wọ́ sórí ìkànnì. Thank you very much and God bless you. Ẹ ṣé gan Barrister, over to you.
Ẹ ṣeun. Máa tún ké sí àwọn ìyáàfin Abíọ́lá Túṣílé tí wọ́n bá wa introduce àwọn panelists wa fún ètò òní. Èyí náà ń pè ní ojú agbami. Ojú agbami láti báyìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Yà lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí a tún kí yín kú àbọ̀ sórí ètò wa NGD. Àwọn tí a máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ wọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu wọn lénìí, àwọn náà ni ẹni àkọ́kọ́, ìyáàfin Yẹ́misí Fádáhùnsí Ògúnlànà. Ẹni kejì, ìyáàfin Sandra Pópóọlá OBE. Ẹni kẹta, Dr. Bíyì Oyèfúlẹ̀. Ẹni kẹrin, ẹni tó gbẹ̀yìn, àwọn ni Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Sunday Adémóyè Adémóyè. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ti èní.
Ó dà ní pé ẹ sọ pé Sunday.
Nǹkan tó kọ sí ènìyàn Sunday Adémóyè àbí kí ni?
Sorry, Samson Adémóyè.
Oh, Samson Adémóyè. Okay. Àwọn ni kí tẹ̀ ní orúkọ wọn? Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn.
Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn.
Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ọkùnrin ogun.
Ẹ káàbọ̀.
Yes, sir. Ṣé gbogbo wọn wà nílé?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Barrister, ẹ súnmọ́ yín díẹ̀ kí ni kámẹ́rà yẹn ti gé orí yín.
Okay.
Ó gé orí yín. It's better. Thank
Ẹ
you.
kú àbọ̀ sí orí ètò wa. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìfáàrà tí mo kọ́kọ́ fún wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn, ìfáàrà introduction tí mo fún wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn nípa ọ̀rọ̀ bí ọ̀rọ̀ ìlú wa ní Áfíríkà ṣe ń lọ. La ṣe rò pé ká tiẹ̀ wo ká fọ̀rọ̀ jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ lórí neocolonialism ní Áfíríkà ní Nàìjíríà. Bí gbogbo nǹkan ṣe ń lọ kò lọ déédé. Àwọn kan náà máa jókòó sí ìlú wọn tí wọ́n máa sọ fún àwọn adarí òṣèlú wa pé báyìí làwọn fẹ́ kí ìlú wa ṣe rí. Mọ́dẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ yẹn interest tiwọn ni wọ́n ń wò, bó ṣe máa dáa fún àwọn ọmọ tiwọn àti ìrandíran tiwọn ló ń wò. Wọn wo bó ṣe máa dára fún àwọn ọmọ Áfíríkà, wọn wo bí àwọn ti Áfíríkà ṣe máa dìde táwọn náà máa lè rọ́wọ́ yọ ní gbogbo nǹkan. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti ń fi àwọn owó oúnjẹ pẹ́pẹ̀pẹ́ tí wọ́n bá ti fi ránṣẹ́, inú àwọn olóṣèlú wa máa dùn wípé àwọn ti rí nǹkan gbà. So àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yìí la wò pé ẹ jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ gbé yẹ̀wò. Ǹjẹ́ ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ kí àwọn arábí kan máa ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe? So ìbéèrè mi kíní tí màá kọ́ béèrè, màá gbé lọ fún Dr. Oyèfúlẹ̀. Ìbéèrè náà lọ wípé independence for most African countries gradually became a nightmare. What is your view? Òmìnira tá gbà yìí ṣe ló dàbí òmìnira tí a gbà bí ìgbà tí a ti gba òmìnira. So kí ni èrò ọkàn yín nípa ọ̀rọ̀ yìí?
Ẹ máa ṣe ohun lóòtú. Important question gan-an lẹ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Òmìnira di ìnira. Òótọ́ ni ó ti di ìnira. Ṣé à ń pé àwọn tó ń fún wa ní òmìnira wọn kì í ṣe ọ̀rẹ́ wa. Wọn ò dẹ̀ wá ire fún wa. Wọ́n classify human race mẹ́ta. Wọ́n ní àwọn kan wà tó funfun. Àmọ́ èmi ò réyàn tó funfun báyìí rí. Àfi òkú nìkan ni. Wọ́n ní pé àwọn kejì yellow ni wọ́n. Amarillo ni Spanish máa ń pè, mí ò rí amarillo hombre rí. Wọ́n ní àwọn kan dẹ̀ wà tó jẹ́ pé dúdú ni wọ́n. Ìyẹn mí pé wọ́n dúdú bíi bí mouse tí mouse yìí ó dúdú àmọ́ olóòtú ẹ jọ̀ọ́ má bínú ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré ṣe example kan nínú ìwé kan tí èmi kà 1967 66 nípa Yorùbá ìwé yẹn dẹ̀ bọ́dà mi gan-an ni cause mo ní àwọn èèyàn láti ibi tó describe ẹ̀ wọ́n sọ different nationalities ethnic groups ní Nàìjíríà Èkìtì wọ́n á ní pé a highly unintelligent people gbogbo ẹ̀yin Èkìtì tẹ́ bá wà ní platform yìí kẹ́ máa gbọ́ o highly unintelligent stocky and very submissive. Èmi dẹ̀ ní Èkìtì ní àbúrò bàbá mi fẹ́ Èkìtì man láti Ìjẹ̀rò mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ Mr. Mamini dárúkọ wọn pé we all loved him tó bá wá sílé nígbà ọdún inú wa máa ń dùn ní pé máa ní ti dé àwọn ní lọ́ọ̀yà ni o tó bá ṣọ́ra ó máa pè é lẹ́jọ́ ni because he was very articulate very intelligent. Wọ́n á wò báwo ni máa ní o máa jẹ́ Èkìtì tí Èkìtì dẹ̀ wà highly unintelligent. So that was during my teenage years. Mo á ṣe research débi kan pé the first Èkìtì man to lọ sí University of London either University of London tàbí Cambridge òun nìkan ló gba first class ní department ẹ̀ highly unintelligent stocky. Ìkejì tún dé the second Èkìtì man tó lọ sí university ẹ̀ first class ló gbà. Bẹ̀bá ò ní highly unintelligent gba first class lẹ́ẹ̀mejì lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ àrò bóyá accident ni lẹ́ẹ̀kejì wa tún kọ́ and it was only àwọn méjèèjì yẹn only first class the department wọn. Well, Kennedy talks ní pé Èkìtì wà highly unintelligent and submissive nítorí pé ní èdè Èkìtì ọ̀gá mi la máa ń pè ẹni tó bá jù wá lọ a dẹ̀ máa ń submit fún ẹni tó jù wá lọ lẹ́kìtì. That's what I came to find out because Brajide àti Ayọ̀ there was a 4-year difference between them and you could see the utmost respect. Ọ̀gá ló máa ń gbọ́. Ọ̀gá tí Èkìtì máa ń sọ fún ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn during colonization náà sọ fún òyìnbó wọn nípìnlẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n ọbẹ̀ that deference ni òyìnbó wá mistake deference as submissive. Èkìtì ò dẹ̀ ní ṣùọ̀ fún nǹkan tó mọ̀ bá ṣáà mọ̀ pé ilé Ifá ni Adó kò ní ṣùọ̀ fún nǹkan tó mọ̀ very quiet but highly intelligent. So mo á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pé bóyá àwọn cousins mi yẹn nìkan náà intelligent lẹ́kìtì ni. So editor tí bá ti rí Èkìtì mo máa ń ṣe without having the scientific tools nígbà yẹn mo máa ń béèrè question mo á rí pé gbogbo àwọn people yìí náà gbọ́n jàtijàti bí cousins mi. So ìgbà mo á rí pé irọ́ lóyìnbó ń pa wọ́n kàn fẹ́ paint wa ní kọ́lọ̀ kan kó ba lè máa sọ pé self-fulfilling prophecy táwa bá lọ gbà mọ́ wọn lẹ́nu. Ìyẹn ni máa answer question ní olóòtú nígbà independence òyìnbó like wa rárá. Àwọn tó ní brain láàrin wa àwọn Awólọ́wọ̀ wọ́n rig election against wọn wọ́n fẹ́ àwọn tó lè easily manipulate. Àwọn dẹ̀ náà lè manipulate àwọn tó wá láti òkè ọya tí ó pé àwọn Arab ti sensitize wọn towards the superiority of the white race. So wọ́n máa ṣe Allahu Akbar fún Ìgbò tàbí whatever tí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀gá wọ́n ṣe fún Ìgbò. So wọ́n á ní pé àwọn eléyìí ló máa rule dáadáa nítorí kí ni wọ́n ti ṣe indirect rule ìbátá wà ń bẹ̀. So they are going to continue to obey us, which is exactly what it turned out to be. Now, I will through West Africa, especially Francophone Africa. Wọ́n ní pé wọ́n lè ní independence, even though wọ́n pè wọ́n ní independence on paper, but wọ́n lè ní independence because òyìnbó máa wá Dundee dìndìnrín kan tó máa jẹ́ ọ̀gá wọn, dìndìnrín tó máa fún ní $3, 4, 5, 7, $10 million a year. Lára owó ìlú náà ti fún wọn. Corruption, one overlook corruption, so that the leader will help his country not develop. It's a concerted effort. More power Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, after, I think it was 1949, 1950, they had a conference. So a strategy to Malu. See how people by independence. So how can we continue neocolonialism without them being aware of what's going on? Nǹkan tó ṣe fún Nigeria nìyẹn. Nǹkan tó French ṣe fún gbogbo àwọn francophone country títí dọ̀la nìyẹn. So it's now up to us láti máa ṣe irú program yìí. Ká mọ̀ ní pé ìgbà táwa yunifásitì lóyìnbó àwọn là ń gba A. Ẹ má bínú, I'm not here bragging about myself. Even if mo gba A ní English class ní 1972 ní Harvard ní English 201. I was the only one, 30 people in class, Òyìnbó, do Spanish. Even if mo gba A, gbogbo àwọn wò pé apá ló ti lè gba A tó lè sọ Òyìnbó bíi tiwa. Mo ní orí ẹ̀ ò dáa. Òyìnbó lè wọ́n sọ yẹn ni. Ó wọ́n pé ní àwọn after the Second World War, àwọn Gẹ̀ẹ́sì máa ní pé here we speak English. Sometimes we understand Americans. Because they're pidgin English. So anyway, that's by the way. But gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀mí mọ̀ tó jẹ́ superior student ní medical school class mi Emeruwa ọmọ Igbo ni so bright mo máa ń wò pé báwo lè yẹn ti lè bright báyìí. The first nuclear scientist tí Georgetown University máa ní Washington DC, Káyọ̀dé Ọládìméjì, Yorùbá láti Èkìtì Ìjẹ̀ṣà area ló ti wá. How come all these people are so terribly intelligent, supremely intelligent, tí ìlú wa dẹ̀ wà so backward? Wọ́n ní mú Òyìnbó ní wọn Ládìméjì, wọ́n ní mú Emeruwa, wọ́n máa mú Dogonyaro. So how can a Dogonyaro lead the country forward? Impossible. And don't get me wrong, there are a few of them who could, but Òyìnbó tún discriminate against the intelligent ones among them. Because I've come across very intelligent people from up north. So the criteria to be made into a leader, or the Francophone country, the criteria to choose a new leader is low intellect and low intelligence.
It appears the wind of change is seriously blowing across the continent of Africa. And it appears the gods of the Africans are awake, and they're about to finally set their people free. The way tí àwọn èèyàn fi dìde, pàápàá jùlọ ní Francophone African countries nísìnyí, ó tún le ju èyí tí àwọn West Africans tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn military nìkan náà máa dìde, but ní Francophone àwọn military àti àwọn èèyàn wọn náà dìde tán láwọn ò fẹ́ irú ìyẹn. Kìdẹ́ tí wọ́n kàn ṣe lásán, wọ́n tún fi action, wọ́n tún fi kún ni, tí wọ́n lé gbogbo àwọn companies tó jẹ́ French companies tí wọ́n lé wọn dànù. Wọ́n ní táìjẹ́ pé ṣe ni wọ́n á dá ìjọba company yẹn sílẹ̀ ní ìlú tiwọn. Wọn ready àti fún wọn ní raw materials wọn láti lò mọ́, wọ́n break gbogbo agreement yẹn, wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Even ambassador France tí ò fẹ́ lọ, wọ́n humiliate ẹ̀ kúrò nínú ilé tó sápamọ́ sí àwọn military lọ síbẹ̀, wọ́n dẹ̀ lè jáde. So, Mrs. Popola, kí ni reaction yín sí question yẹn?
Ẹ kú ìjókòó gbogbo lé, ẹ káàsán. Àwọn brother wa, daddy wa, wọ́n ti sọ, response wọn wà very loaded. Nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ mú jáde ń bẹ̀ ni pé ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí kò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ àná, kò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ jẹta, ó ti pẹ́ gan-an. Bó ṣe ń treat Africa, wọ́n ní wọ́n codify ẹ̀ ní the Treaty of Rome ní 1957 pé báyìí la ṣe máa ṣe, ta ṣe máa mú wọn, ká máa kápá wọn, because wọ́n kápá wa ni. And bí Dr. Yefule ṣe sọ, wọ́n mú the worst or the unintelligent of us to do that, because that's the only way you can conquer people, by using the very unassuming, unintelligent amongst them, or uneducated amongst them, which is all by design. So, example tẹ́ sọ yẹn pé àwọn francophone countries nísìnyí wọ́n ti jí, wọ́n ti ṣe, wọ́n ti mọ̀. They have to be deliberate ní nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe. It cannot be by accident. It has to be by design. Pé nǹkan báyìí o, ta fẹ́ break away o, and we're seeing signs of that now. Pé bye, almost like a wọ́n ní blueprint bó ṣe máa ṣe going forward. Independence ti di ìnira, serious ìnira, and owó tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn fún Africa, wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ sọ pé wọ́n fún wọn ní aid. Báwo lẹ ṣe máa fún Africa ní aid nígbà jẹ́ pé gbogbo resources ẹ̀ lẹ ti kó kúrò ńbẹ̀? Aid tẹ́ ń fún wa yẹn, títa ni, tiwa ni, àbí ti yín, àbí it's just like bí France ṣe sọ pé kọ́ 80% owó wọn, francophone countries, African countries, kọ́kọ́ wá sílùú àwọn bá wọn keep ẹ̀ sí account wọn. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ wá fẹ́ ń bẹ̀, à fún yín ní maybe 20%, à tún charge yín fún. Àníyàn dẹ̀ ti ń lọ for so many years, but wọ́n sọ pé bí rọ́bà ń lọ lógún ọdún, ọjọ́ kan òtítọ́ á bá ń bẹ̀. Ibi tá wà nísìn, òtítọ́ ti bá gbogbo wọn níbẹ̀. And because òtítọ́ bá wọn bẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní shift of their mindset pé láti change bá ṣe ń ṣe o. Àwọn náà jókòó sójú kan. Wọ́n plan lọ́wọ́ báyìí, I'm sure of it. Wọ́n tún ṣe máa kápá wa again and again and again. And I'm sure tá bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, tá à ń debate ẹ̀ lọ́nsìn, I'll come to the position of BRICS. Ìyẹn ló tún gbòdì kan sìn in some of the African countries. And láti ṣọ́ra o. Kó má tún jẹ́ pé wọ́n tún fẹ́ wá ṣe lẹ́ǹkejì yìí o. Bójúbójú. So àwọn èèyàn wa tán wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n láti ṣọ́ra. Kí ló fà á tí independence ṣe di nǹkan ìbàjẹ́ fún wa báyìí sìn? Tá bá wò ó lóòótọ́ ńgbà tí Nàìjíríà tó gba òmìnira, àwọn wo náà gbé fún? Àmọ́ náà, àmọ́ àwọn wo náà gbé fún náà? Àwọn tó gbé fún yẹn náà dẹ̀ ń sọ pé àwọn forefathers wọ́n sọ pé ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà yẹn tí wọ́n ní gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá, bóyá south ni, bóyá north ni, bóyá middle belt ni, tí wọ́n ní. Àwọn náà ló di 1999 tó tún gbé constitution lé wa lọ́wọ́ pé ó tiẹ̀ wá need certificate ṣe kó ṣáà ti ní school cert kó tó di president. Yet tí mo bá fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ní bank, wọ́n á ní kí n lọ mú masters wá or even PhD láti ṣiṣẹ́ ní bank. Ṣùgbọ́n láti ṣe orílẹ̀-èdè, ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè over 200 million people, wọ́n ní mi ò need láti kàwé. Kí ló fà? À ń reinforce nǹkan tí àwọn tí wọ́n kó wa lẹ́rú, à ń reinforce. Wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ reinforce. Wọ́n ò dẹ̀, bó ṣe pé wọ́n kó ọwọ́ wa pọ̀ sẹ́yìn o láti ṣe. Orí náà lò. Orí yìí tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo wa ní, ọpọlọ tí gbogbo wa ní tọ́lọ́run ti fi dá wa. Torí orí wọn ò ju orí wa lọ o. Òun ni wọ́n ń lò. So ìgbèkùn táwa yẹn, aláti wá bá ṣe máa break ẹ̀. Ó máa lé o. Because kí ó bá ní òwe yẹn ti máa ń lọ. Àwọn bàbá mi àti màmá mi nínú ilé náà máa mọ̀. A kì í fi kíní kan gba omi ní ọwọ́.
Ojúbọ̀rọ̀ ò ṣe é gbà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà.
Èkùrọ́.
That's it. It's hard. Dr. Yefule fi mí ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́. Ẹ ṣé sá.
I tried that, man. You're doing well.
Ṣòro gan, ó máa ṣòro, ṣùgbọ́n a lè ṣe. Inú mi dẹ̀ dùn pé a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rí ọwọ́ yẹn bí wọ́n ṣe ń gbé ní àwọn other African countries. Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ẹ ṣé. Ìbéèrè mi yìí, Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn, ẹ̀yin ló máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n kí n tó béèrè ìbéèrè yẹn, mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ ṣe fàrà kékeré kan wípé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ètò òṣèlú bó ṣe ń lọ ní Áfíríkà pàápàá jùlọ ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa. Tó bá yá àwọn òyìnbó yìí wọ́n láwọn fẹ́ fún wa ní military aid, àwọn fẹ́ fún wa lóúnjẹ, àwọn fẹ́ kó oògùn wá pàápàá jùlọ àwọn oògùn míì pàápàá wọ́n ń sọ fún wa wípé láwọn ìwé kan tèmi ti kà tí author kan kọ l'Amẹ́ríkà, wọ́n ṣe ìwádìí lára àwọn oògùn tó ń kó wáyé tó ń sọ wípé àwọn oògùn yẹn lè fa infertility fún àwọn ọmọ wa. Tábàdẹ̀ gbọ́ nǹkan tí Bill Gates àti gbogbo wọn ń sọ, Dr. Fauci kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń ní àwọn fẹ́ make sure wípé wọ́n depopulate Africa, wọ́n believe pé Africa wọ́n kàn bímọ jọ ni, kò sí plan, kò sí anything. Idea àti wọn nìyẹn. Àwọn kan àwa béèrè ìbéèrè pé shouldn't Africa be for Africans as been lately suggested? Can African nations administer their affairs without dependency on colonialists? Do we need to depend on them? Can't we just rule ourselves?
Ẹ má bínú, ṣé question yìí nìyẹn?
Ben, shouldn't Africa be for Africans? Should we depend on the West for whatever we need? Necessity is the mother of invention.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ jẹ́ kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí necessity is the mother of invention tẹ́ sọ yẹn. Unfortunately, àwa ló yé wa statements àwa lè define necessity. Àwọn kan wà láàrin wa tó jẹ́ pé wọn ò ní idea necessity yẹn ara. So àwa ní one complex situation tó jẹ́ pé àwọn tí ẹ̀ ń jà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí, tábàjòkù tábàrò, ó dà yẹn pé àti culture arrogance bákan, ignorance tó jẹ́ pé ó wà compounded by ignorance. Tẹ́ bá ṣàkíyèsí a lot of things especially in tradition, ẹ máa gbọ́ àwọn ètò ọmọ jáde pẹ̀lú assertions kí ẹ ṣe opinion of nǹkan tó ń tiẹ̀ ní idea. And unfortunately, because they are large in number, ó máa ń difficult láti deal pẹ̀lú wọn. Only statement kan tẹ́nìkan ṣe mo kà láìpẹ́ yìí. Do not underestimate the power of fools in a large group. Àwọn tí ẹ̀ ń try láti tell wọn understand nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe, wọn dẹ̀ lè submit sí nǹkan tẹ́ understand tẹ́ fẹ́ fi help wọn. Now, unfortunately, until tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá di pé kí ẹlẹ́gbẹ́mẹgbẹ́, a máa continue láti máa ní problem yẹn. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó wà ní politics tó kọjá wípé kí numbers wà. Now, our situation kan sí colonialism, ó ti wà ní the second coming, ó ti wà ní ọ̀run wa báyìí. And tabawo from every direction. Bí China ṣe fẹ́ wọlé sí wa lára, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni France fẹ́ hold wa, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó máa dàbẹ́ ní pé UK takété ni but wọn takété, wọ́n fẹ́ wo bí tí gbogbo fúrìkìtì yẹn máa jábọ́ sí ni kó tó di pé àwọn decide pé báyìí láwa ṣe máa yẹ sí wa. Russia òun náà mọ̀ wá, ó wá tako sí ọ̀rọ̀ Africa. Wọ́n ṣe gbogbo kíní yẹn lásán. Nǹkan tó máa wá mú jáde nínú Africa nìkan. Mo rí picture kan náà lénìí tí a rí mọ́tò UN kan tó fẹ́ gbẹ́ nílẹ̀. Apparently wọ́n loaded pẹ̀lú àwọn green sack kan. Each sack is loaded with gold. Kí ni white APC UN kí ló ń ṣe pẹ̀lú gold? Now, Berlin conference ní máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Our Africans will be simple. So, unless we find a way láti convince àwọn èèyàn wa wípé we need to work together, ká open eyes wọn, we will continue to limbo in a situation to jẹ́ pé we are not in control of ourselves. Àwọn people is strong jù á lọ. Àwọn French ti wà ní region West Africa, something get ready láti wá solution sí Niger Republic. As far as I can tell, America wọ́n fún okùn mọ́ Tinubu lọ́hùn. Ibi tọ́rọ̀ yìí máa já sí, our more we need to find a way láti wà involved. But like I said earlier on, key paradigmship is going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Ìyálóde, àwọn tí wọ́n ń bí àwọn èèyàn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà ti bèrè yín lọ́wọ́ mi o, sọ kí wọ́n kú lé o. Wọ́n lẹ́ káàbọ̀ pé nǹkan tẹ́ dẹ̀ mú wá fáwọn, ẹ jẹ́ káwọn mọ̀ o. So ọ̀rọ̀ kan yìí o, tí Africa kó wà fún àwọn Africans ká dẹ̀ máa rúdùn nǹkan wa lọ, kí lẹ rí sí?
Kúlé o, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, àbúrò mi, ọmọ mi. Yorùbá gbè wá o, kò ní gbé àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ wọn. Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ti sọ most of the things tí mo fẹ́ sọ. Nǹkan tó wà ńbẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n tún sọ pé ká máa jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn mọ̀. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò mọ̀ àfi ẹni tó bá stupid, because tẹni ní tẹni, tàkísà ní tètàn, tó ṣe bí òwe. Àwa tá wà ń bí, a mọ irú bí àwọn òyìnbó ṣe jẹ́, bó ṣe ń ṣe sí wa. Tẹ́ bá rí pa ṣe program kan tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mò ń sọ fún tá à ń sọ pé kí àwọn Western world kan dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, tí mo sọ pé kó má jẹ́ kó di ìgbà tí ogun bá dé kó wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa sọ pé àwọn ń kó Red Cross wèrè kan wá sọ́dọ̀ wa, wọ́n ń kó àwọn aid kan wá. We don't need that. Nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sìn ni pé kó separate oníkálukú ká máa lọ wa. Kò sí nǹkan tó dàbí pé kéèyàn kó ní nǹkan ara ẹ̀ ju pé kí ó jẹ́ pé èèyàn kan tí ò mọwọ́ tí ò mẹsẹ̀ nípa nǹkan yẹn ló máa direct wa, ló máa correct wa, ṣé báyìí, ṣé tán. Kò ń ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n wà intelligent jù wá lọ. The problem táwa ní ni pé àwa greedy. Àwọn politicians wa, they are satanic agents. They are very, very wicked and greedy. Because tí ẹ bá ní pé ká dá padà sígbà slave trade, nígbà tó bá fi odidi ọmọ èèyàn kan tó fi gba umbrella, òrùn burúkú wo ló ń pa ẹ́? Tó fi odidi ọmọ èèyàn kan tó fi gba ọtí tó máa mu tó máa ba liver àti kidney ẹ jẹ́. So ṣẹ́rí, kò ṣe pé àmọ́ nǹkan tó dáa. Wọ́n ní ẹni tó burú mọ̀ pò ń burú, òun wẹ́ni tó máa sọ fún ni. So ẹ jẹ́ ká call a spade, ká sọ fún wọn pé orí burúkú ló ń ṣe yìí o. Àwọn tí ó wà nídìí pé kóníkálukú ṣe tiẹ̀, káfíríkà ṣe tiẹ̀, kí Europe ṣe tiẹ̀, kámẹ́ríkà ṣe tiẹ̀, France kan ṣe tiwọn. Kán jẹ́ kí àwọn tó ń darí wa yìí kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé stupid, a kàn greedy ni, adẹ̀ greediness yẹn a fẹ́ mú kúrò. Ẹ wo nǹkan tí àwọn Libya ṣe fún Gaddafi, ṣé wọ́n ń jìyà ẹ̀ sí àbọ̀ ń jìyà ẹ̀? Because òun náà lè ní tiẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ o. But tó bá jẹ́ wípé gbogbo Africa ń gbà yẹn, àwọn African leaders wọ́n cooperate pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, wọ́n lọ gba ìgúnjẹ tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ọmọ ìlú ẹ̀ fi kẹ̀yìn sí tí wọ́n fi pa. Ó kọ náà tílẹ̀ pé wọ́n máa jẹ́ stupid ambassador nínú ìyà, wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìyà wọn ni. Wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ mọ iye àwọn tó ti kú ní ẹnu ìṣe tí wọ́n ní earthquake. So a mọ nǹkan tá à ń ṣe, ká dúró ní ọwọ́ ara wa, òun ló dáa. Let Africa be for Africa, kí Europe be for Europe. Tí wọ́n bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, tó bá rò pé a stupid, kó fún wa láyè ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, ká wá wo àwọn mélòó tó máa kù nílùú wọn, tó máa ṣerú wọn. So mi ò ní jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ.
Ẹ ṣeun.
I'm hot and really.
Yeah. Consensus wa ni pé kí Africa kó wà fún Africa, kí àwọn náà kan dó sáyé ara wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan ṣoṣo kan tó wá pawọ́pọ̀ tó jẹ́ nǹkan gbòógì tó lè so gbogbo wa papọ̀ ní ọ̀nà kan, ìyẹn ni ìbéèrè kẹta tí máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ń sìn. Mo dẹ̀ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ Dr. Oyefúlẹ̀. Mo ní focusing on commerce, can African nations compete within Community of Nations considering their enormous deposit of natural and human resources?
Very good question. Right now, I compete with one, there's no doubt. Because metallurgic sciences, man prevent you from learning about it. In fact, in the Soviet Union, in Russia, in the 80s, àwọn ọmọ wa tó lọ síbẹ̀ wọ̀ kì í jẹ́ kó date àwọn obìnrin òyìnbó tó ń ṣe metallurgical sciences. Torí kí ni àwọn alloy making tí wọ́n need àwọn natural natural ingredients tá ní under our ground. Wọn ò fẹ́ kí ó wà exposed sí wa. So right now, they are far above, ahead of us in sciences and in commerce and in technology. Among, we want to put 75% of the natural resources under the ground, African or Nipowa, any important substance, ìbáwọn kò jẹ́ uranium ni o, ìbáwọn kò jẹ́ Americanium náà pé kan gbàgbórúkọ ẹ̀ tàbí pé wọ́n ń tà fún about millions of dollars per kilo. Anywhere from 30 to 70% of them worldwide are lower. So they know that what they
Californium.
Californium. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, me mongoto jeo science to me debe but when Californium, mo de ti de California me ri California. But when Californium no. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. So wọ́n ní advanced technology ẹ̀jù wa lọ. But ẹ má gbàgbé advanced technology kò lè wá kó nǹkan lọ́dọ̀ wa tí kò bá sí wọ́n ní pé kíni tí ògiri ò bá lanu aláǹgbá ò lè ráyè níbẹ̀. Tá a bá make sure ni pé the most intelligent among us make decisions for us. That's the first thing that we do share. As long as the least intelligent make important life and death decisions, Ashima Wambita Wani. So first thing first, those of you who are young, because I'm not going to call myself at 71 going to make any decision. Retirement is around the corner for me. But the young ones, the highly intelligent young ones who are our children in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s, even sometimes up to their 60s. I've come across highly intelligent people to only rival any Oyibo. So we need to get those people in the forefront. So my help will make decisions. If you don't do that, the technology, we should the tactics to do that join here. Nipo confuse the least intelligent, the most only. So we need to prevent that. And eventually I'll catch up on technology now. In which case we will, if not in this life of this generation, maybe the next generation, I'll catch up. But in the meantime, I better Jacowa ma jibubu our natural resources were cents, pennies on the dollar. I hope I answered your question. Did I answer your question, Olotu?
Yes. It's the answer. Question tí mo máa bèrè next ọ̀dọ̀ Mrs. Popola mo máa direct ẹ̀ sí. Ó dẹ̀ lọ wípé there has been called for unity of purpose in Africa. This means having same currency, free border crossing as provided by the African Union documents, then common passport, etc. Within these things, unite Africa to compete economically and politically adequately with nations of the world.
Shigoni, full question. Will all of this help us to compete? It's a big question. It's a really big question. And it's not a question that you can get the answer immediately, because although any African Union, adẹ̀ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní free trade àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kan, ṣùgbọ́n kò tí wà effective because the structures are still very much in their infancy. Wọn ò tí gbòòrò tó ibi tó jẹ́ pé a lè sọ pé a fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní compete. Ọ̀rọ̀ pé wọn ò gbòòrò tó nìkan tún kọ́, àwọn èèyàn wa gangan fúnra wọn gan wọ́n sabotage àwọn èèyàn wọn nítorí nǹkan táwọn náà ń rí jẹ níbẹ̀ kò lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n jẹ́ kó ṣiṣẹ́. Oníkálukú wà suspicious of each other. Trust ara wa. Bóyá ní Nàìjíríà ni o, among indigenous people ni o, àbí across Africa ni o, or whatever. Trust ara wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká take a step back ká wo ibi tí gbogbo ẹ̀ ti ń bọ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀ wá láti ìgbà tí wọ́n kó wa lẹ́rú, tó kó Africa lẹ́rú. Ti recover from that. And ìdí ẹ̀ tí mo sọ pé ti recover ni pé ti ní symposium, bóyá dẹ̀ ti ní bí àmì ògbọ́n pa ẹ̀ ní ó possible. Symposiums, conferences, oríṣiríṣi ká bára wa sọ̀rọ̀. Ká bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ pé ibi tá ti ń bọ̀, ibi ẹrú tí wọ́n kó wa yìí, kí ni impact ẹ̀? Kí ni nǹkan tí tó fà fún wa? Because èèyàn máa kọ́ wo ibi tó ti ń bọ̀ kó tó mọ ibi tó ń lọ, kó tó lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní plan fún ibi tó ń lọ. Mi ò tí ì rò pé Africa in general àti reflect yet pé kí ni ìdí ẹ̀ gan náà tó fi kó wa lẹ́rú. Okay, wọn òyìnbó ní narrative tó yàtọ̀ sí tiwa. Àwọn náà sọ fún wa pé báyìí báyìí ni. But àwọn kan wà láàrin wa tí wọ́n mọ, àwọn historians wà láàrin wa tí wọ́n lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní educate wa pé báyìí ló ṣe rí, báyìí ló ṣe rí, báyìí ló ṣe rí. Ìdí ẹ̀ tá ṣe wà níbi tí a wà ní lénìí ni. Ká wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wò ókè. Nísìnyí tá ti wá mọ ibi tí wàhálà wa wà, báwo la ṣe lè ṣe láti lọ síwájú. Èmi feel pé African Union ká jẹ́ pé ó fẹ́ ṣe ni. Ó yẹ kó ti kọjá ibi tí wọ́n dé yìí ní nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà táwọn náà bá lọ síbẹ̀, tẹ́ bá wo most of the head of states tó máa pé African summit kan àbí whatever. Àwọn wo náà lọ́bẹ̀ gan náà, báwọn tí ọgàn náà mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń lọ fún inú wọn lọ sùn ní. Anyway, until we get the leadership right, until tí àwọn tí wọ́n ń darí wa in each country tí wọ́n mọ̀ nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe, so that wọ́n bá ní all these African summits, wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn other nations of the world ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀, so that they can go in one unison with one voice, lọ negotiate pẹ̀lú other parts of the world. Kerry, wàhálà tó wà l'Africa ó deep gan, and it's at different layers ni. Ó start from the house, ilé oníkálukú wa. Báwo la ṣe rí ara wa? Kí là ń sọ fún àwọn ọmọ wa? Ṣé a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣí àwọn ọmọ wa létí pé they're the best of the best of the best in the world, pẹ̀lú gbogbo òwe tí wọ́n kà, pé à ń ṣe ẹrú mọ́? How are we educating our young people? Ilé dẹ̀ ló ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀, wọ́n ní ilé láti ń kẹ́ṣọ̀ọ́ ròde. Láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe yẹn láti inú ilé wa. Ká fún àwọn ọmọ wa ní confidence yẹn pé àníṣe tó bá jáde ń bẹ̀, you can compete with anybody in the world, no matter who they are, because you have the intelligence, the know-how, the knowledge and everything. Okay. And gradually you can see that tomorrow rise up in that confidence for nations, for Africa. But unity of purpose is a good thing. On paper, is good. The reality of it is the problem, because our leaders are not ready yet. They're not the right caliber of leaders, in my view. That's my own personal view. Because until Africa get her right, until each nation within Africa, tí wọ́n ṣe election wọn bó ṣe yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, tí wọ́n choose the right people, tí wọ́n wo owó láti pé eléyìí fún mi lówó, eléyìí. And people would say, kò kàn mí náà, I'll just take it. But the impact is massive. And mi ò mọ̀ bóyá àwọn èèyàn wa mọ implications of putting the wrong people in a place of power. The last 8 years, some of them, they will make the same mistake again and again and again and again.
Nínú ìgbà tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ àti tí Dr. Oyefule ń sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa wípé àwọn tí wọn ò ní òye, àwọn ni wọ́n fẹ́ máa ṣe ikọ̀ fún àwọn tí wọ́n lóye. Ìyálóde, mo fẹ́ kí ẹ gbìyànjú láti yànnàná ẹ̀ fún wa pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ yẹn pé àwọn tí wọn ò lóye wọ́n fẹ́ máa ṣe aṣáájú àwọn tí wọ́n lóye láti máa tọ́ wa sọ́nà. Ìgbà tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, ọ̀nà ibi tá à ń lọ bí ìgbà tọ́nà wá dí lọ́nà nígbà tí wọ́n mọ̀ bí tí wọ́n máa lọ. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ rí àfiwé kan nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ìjàngbara pé a fẹ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá sí nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ yẹn? Ìbéèrè yẹn jẹ́ lára nǹkan tó ń sọ.
Nǹkan tó sọ ó kúkú all right, because ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tó ń gbóná fẹlifẹli, a sì rí àwọn kan tó ń sọ pé Yorùbá nation wo ni, ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró bá ṣe dúró, a wà all right. Ebi ń pa wọ́n o. This is the people tó dẹ̀ máa tọrọ owó pé àwọn ò jẹun. So èmi believe wípé mi ò fẹ́ fi èmi fẹ́ mú wá down to spirituality things, because mi ò mọ bí èèyàn ṣe máa dúró tó máa wà tí ò rí, kò síṣẹ́, kò sówó. Ọkùnrin míì ti fẹ́ wọ 40 years kò lè marry because kò sówó tó fẹ́ fi gbé ilé ayé ẹ̀. Then ó dẹ̀ ṣì ń sọ pé bá a ṣe wà yẹn náà ni ká wà. Èmi ò rí òye kankan tó wà ńbẹ̀, because ó dà pé most of our Nigeria à ń ṣe bí àwọn tó ń darí wa bí àgùntàn, màálù tó jẹ́ pé tán bá ìfi nǹkan gbà kò ní move forward. So like it's down to again ni pé tí wọ́n ní the love of money is the root of all evil. Torí pé Nigeria, we love money too much. Because everything is about owó, àárò, implication pé kí ni owó tí mo fẹ́ gbà yìí, mo fẹ́ gba 10,000. Báwo ló ṣe máa last mi dé? Ìgbà wo ló máa tán? Ìgbà wo ni mo tún máa rí mi? So we don't think deep. Ká tó ronú. Nǹkan tó bá ń jẹ, nígbà tí èèyàn bá gba kòlòbó ráìsì bíi 2 tó lọ vote fún ẹni yẹn. Then tẹ́ni yẹn tó bá complain in the future, á sọ pé ebo gba rice.
Àbí?
Ó ti gba nǹkan tó fẹ́. So mi ò rò pé intelligent àwọn kan ó lọ bẹ́yàn, kó jẹ́ pé bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe máa sọ pé oúnjẹ táwọn málà ń gbé wọlé, omi táwọn mu everything, pé wọ́n ti pollute tó fi jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn kàn ń rìn. Wọ́n rìn bíi zombie. They don't have common sense anymore. So ibi tẹ́mi rò pé ó wà yẹn, òye yẹn mi ò rò pó sí mọ́. Ó dà pé a lot of people has lost their senses. Tó yẹ pé bóyá bí àwọn politicians ṣe ò pé kó bí máa pa wọ́n, it's like kéèyàn tu irun adìyẹ. Ó mọ̀ pé èèyàn wọ́n ló tún irun, tó bá ti kó àgbàdo síta á tún sáré lọ bá ẹni tó tún irun ẹ̀ tó ti fẹ́ pa. So I think that is what is going on. So mi rò pé àwọn tó wà highly intelligent wọ́n wà, but títorí owó tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ, they don't think about pé òye rèé o, kò ẹ̀kọ́wọ́ yín lọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe lè tó dáa. No, they don't. because of money. Tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà pé ká pín àwọn kan máa sọ fún Nàìjíríà ò lè pín àti láìpẹ́ ìgbádùn jù. So ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn? So èmi ò rí sí pé wọ́n wà intelligent. I think there's something not right. Ẹ ṣeun.
Ṣé mo rí lára àwọn comment àwọn èèyàn ní wípé àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n ti ibi tí ipò tí wọ́n wà ó ti tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn, wọn dẹ̀ tí ì fẹ́ kúrò ńbẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn kan náà kọ kíní yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan, dẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ rí pé àwọn kan náà tún comment wípé ìbéèrè kan tí Dr. Yefule sọ lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n dáhùn lẹ́ẹ̀kan, wọ́n ní àwọn ò fara mọ́. So tí ẹ bá ti dé question session, mo máa pè wọ́n kí wọ́n wá sọ bí idea tí wọ́n ṣe rí. Ṣé Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ṣì wà nílé? Bóyá tó ń bá padà wá. Mrs. Okay, ìbéèrè mi yí ọ̀dọ̀ yín ló fẹ́ lọ. Ó dẹ̀ lọ wípé what are the roles and the social responsibilities for African youths to ignite the fire of unity among Africans, just like the culture of European Union youths? Shouldn't African and indeed African youths emulate the political activism like people like Julius Malema of South Africa, Professor Lumumba, former Ambassador Arikana Chifombori Kwao, and others like them? That àwọn ènìyàn náà ṣokùnfà gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àwọn francophone country pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣítí tí wọ́n máa ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wa. Ṣùgbọ́n ní West Africa tó dàbí pé àwọn èèyàn wa a kàn fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ̀ a kó wa wọnú ara wọn, à ń jẹ́ kí àwọn olóṣèlú kí wọ́n máa ṣe wá bí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n tí a bá gbójú síta tí a sọ̀rọ̀, bóyá ìyàtọ̀ lè wà. So kí lẹ rí sí, kí ni role wo ló yẹ kí àwọn African youths kí wọ́n play ní ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ yìí?
Unfortunately, mo jẹ́ ìkan náà àwọn tí o máa ń find it difficult láti sọ pé mo fẹ́ máa blame youth, because you can't give what you don't have. Unfortunately, àwọn tó wà níwájú wọn fi nǹkan tó dá lé wọn lọ́wọ́. Me, myself, and I, low and society for a very long time. Time after time, leader after leader, we have in the 60 million context, maybe 200 million context. Ó ti turn out nísìnyí pé a ní àwọn visionary leaders. And kò dẹ̀ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe social conditioning resulting ó máa constantly. Tẹ́ bá rí àwọn àgbà, tẹ́ bá rí àwọn leaders tó ń ṣe bí leaders, ó máa cascade wá sílẹ̀ fún the rest of the youth wípé we too have to be leaders. Ẹ wo situation tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó ń pè ní Mohbad tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí, tó involve Naira Marley, so many of them. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jókòó ká wò ó pé kí ló condition wọn kan máa ṣe bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe yìí. Everybody wants to be on top of everybody. Kò dẹ̀ ṣe ṣe. Now, I think the stage tó jẹ́ pé bóyá our injured tó, our beaten tó, in such a way tó jẹ́ pé a máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún change, the real change. Everybody decide wípé a lè continue by. Until that time, the best táwa lè ṣe kì í ṣe pé a ní àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n lè gbìyànjú. But that culture of arrogance, if anybody but step forward nísìnyí tó dẹ̀ ní credentials tó wà above ẹni tí àwọn wà psychopathic nípa ẹ̀, wọn ò ní wo bẹ̀ because they don't have this understanding of social responsibility and duty. Wọn ò ní idea wípé àṣẹlẹ̀ làbọ̀ abá, ntàbá ṣe la máa jẹ. All those good kind of like, ideology kò sí lọ́wọ́ wọn because wọn fi lé wọn lọ́wọ́. There's so much tí anybody lè ṣe. Mo máa like láti sọ̀rọ̀ global directorate. Mi ò sí bí mi ò ṣe lè credit èèyàn tó bá lè jẹ́ pé wọ́n lè kóra wọn jọ time after time after time after time doing something tó jẹ́ pé kì í ṣe pé wọ́n rí personal gain níbẹ̀. I mean, how many meetings does she see? 130 what?
34.
134 every Saturday. That is almost 2.5 years. Only meaning. Now, if I were to sit down, àwọn wo ni mo fẹ́ lọ bá wípé wọ́n ní credentials, X amount of credentials, tí ó lè push wa forward. Màá jókòó, màá ṣe assessment, màá wá kó gbogbo nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ as label tó yẹ pé who is the leader? Èèyàn tó ní vision, èèyàn tó fẹ́ contribute, èèyàn tó ready láti delegate iṣẹ́, èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé ó ready láti. There's so many qualities. Are those qualities there? But these people statically arrogant, statically ignorant. Ó máa difficult fún wọn láti ní ideology bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe assessment láti mú leader. There are people who tó máa jáde, mo máa ń rí nínú àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn Islam, mo máa ń rí nínú àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn Kristẹni, mo máa ń rí nínú Yorùbá nation, àti rí nínú. We have just not taken the opportunity to stand up for our people. Don't have that element of self-determination in ara wọn. Ọmọ èèyàn ni mí. I have the right to do this for my country. So, Ọlọ́run kò jẹ́ pé this second coming of neocolonialism, our gangan la máa aid, because for every incident tó bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀, action ni reaction máa wà. Nígbà kan dé the first time around, àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n dìde against wọn. The same thing is happening again. Kò really see that effort. That's the way. Now we Africa had a new opportunity. And so many things are happening around us. But our people are just not tuned. We need to do this in an intelligent way. So if it were anything, we may first sound like kind of like pessimistic, but until Tabari and what to get we want as people tally trust. Tabali create image of being serious. Tabati tishiye in come really go wrong for because our leaders listen Tarawonon. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣe wọ́n á ṣàkóso yín ṣá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ìyálòde, ipa wo lẹ fi pé àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ó yẹ kán kó nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Áfíríkà yìí, àwọn African youths, ipa wo ló yẹ kán kó láti rí i pé àwọn èèyàn wá jí sí ọ̀rọ̀ kí n mọ̀ pé pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà ní ìlú ń bí ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn European youths wọ́n máa ń ṣe program tó yẹ pé irú ìkan tó ń ṣe láìpẹ́ tí wọ́n wá ṣe carnival bí yìí tí wọ́n tó yẹ pé all over Europe náà ti kóra wọn wá tí wọ́n á ṣe program yìí. So irú ipò wo dẹ́fì pé ó yẹ kí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa náà kí wọ́n kó láti fi máa jẹ́ kí àkọ́kọ́ náà máa fún wa ní ìrẹ́pọ̀, èkejì á tún jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé ọ̀nà báyìí ló yẹ kí wọ́n gbà láti máa ronú.
Ó yẹ kí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa kán lè kó ara wọn jọ because àtìgbà tẹ́bì ti wà ní kékeré ni mo ti ń gbọ́ youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Youth kọ́kọ́ tó jẹ́ leader láti gbà yẹn. So ń sìn àwọn youth wa ń sìn ó dà pé àwọn náà ti rí i pé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn kò dáa. Àwa tá ti dàgbà díẹ̀ nínú wọn sìn a lè sọ pé díẹ̀ ní tàlàbánù bèjì ẹ̀ta wọn gangan ni wọ́n ní nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ sìn. Àwọn ló yẹ kí wọ́n kó ara wọn jọ kán emulate àwọn Arab Spring, because àwọn yẹn they know what to do tí leader wọn bá fẹ́ ṣe rédèrèdè. So ó yẹ kí àwọn eléyìí náà like Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé àwọn ò lè blame àwọn youth. Me too, I will not blame them. In the sense pé tẹ́ bá wo nǹkan tí wọ́n ti ṣe fún àwọn youth wa yìí, wọ́n ti damage wọn ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. Even àwọn tó wà intelligent nínú wọn, igbó náà mú kiri, ọtí náà mú kiri, pipe náà mú kiri. So ó máa add láti ká lè sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ kó ara wọn jọ, because tán bá kó ara wọn kò sígbà tó ní ṣe náà, ìyà ò tí tó yà ni. And the way tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ṣe ìgbésí ayé wọn, bó ṣe tò ìgbésí ayé wọn, wọ́n sòótọ́ tó jẹ́ pé ọjọ́ ọ̀la tí a bá wà careful, a ní rí nǹkan kan mú ní ara wọn. Bọ́tẹ́ bá rí àwọn percentage tó wà nínú court nínú wọn, ẹ máa wò pé okay now, your country is on fire. You have the power to be fighting each other, to be gunning each other down. Àwọn Fúlàní ń pa àwọn village yìí, wọ́n ń pa àwọn àbúrò yín, pa ẹ̀gbọ́n yín, pa ìyá yín. You cannot use that power láti chase wọn away, but you are using the power to kill each other. Why? Because ọwọ́ tó bá dilẹ̀ lèṣù máa ń wáṣẹ́ fún. They don't have things to do. What they think is superiority ní àárín àwọn ayé ẹyẹ rubbish wọn tán ní. So tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ tún wá wò náà, bàbá wọn náà fi jọ. So because ẹni tí wọ́n bá train nínú ilé dáadáa, tí ò rí irú rádaràda ẹ lọ́wọ́ bàbá ẹ̀, kò ní máa ṣe irú nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe yẹn. So àwọn youth wa, it is a very good thing if they can think pé where am I going tomorrow? Ẹ jẹ́ ká kóra wa jọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí, ká ṣe kó ní kálukú mú intelligent ẹ̀ wá kí wọ́n papọ̀ kan ṣe bákan náà. Òun ló fi máa dáa. So àwa náà tá dẹ̀ wà tá jẹ́ àgbàlagbà, a lè mọ̀ pé okay o, àwọn ọmọ yìí ti dìde o, ẹ jẹ́ ká support wọn. Because àwọn Arab Spring nígbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ títí wọn, àwọn àgbàlagbà tó wà nínú òjókòó jẹ́jẹ́ kan káwọ́ gbénú kan máa wò wọ́n. Then they came out and they support them. So nǹkan táwa náà máa ṣe nìyẹn tó bá yẹ pé àwọn youth wa ti jí kúrò nínú oorun tó ń sùn for their future. Because àwọn èjì kan wà sí tó yẹ pé díẹ̀ ní tàlàbà nínú ìbejì. Tó ẹlòmíì ti ń ka ní ara my God today.
My God today.
So àwọn youth yẹn ni ó ní ọ̀la, gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe máa sọ, àwọn náà ní láti dìde. Tó bá dìde, àwa yòókù náà a máa tẹ̀lé wọn, a support wọn. Ẹ ṣeun.
Ẹ ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ sọ nípa àwọn àgbàlagbà yẹn ló mú mi rántí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá tí wọ́n gbé sórí social media, tí ọ̀gbẹ́ni olóṣèlú àná kan tó bẹnu ẹ̀tẹ́ lu àwọn tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ló jẹ́ custodian of our culture and tradition, pé òun wà ń bì kan wọn lè dúró fún òun, tó dẹ̀ nìkan dúró táwọn náà dẹ̀ dìde tán dúró. Ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ ọjọ́ míì nìyẹn, ṣùgbọ́n ó mú mi rántí, ó dẹ̀ pa mí lẹ́rìn torí ìgbà tí mo wò mo rẹ́rìn ní pé ó sì ń rúgbó pọ̀ nítorí pé wọ́n ti sọ fún wọn tẹ́lẹ̀, so kékeré inú ẹ̀ náà ìrí yẹn.
Ó lè jẹ́ pé nǹkan tán ní kó fi wẹ̀ ló mu.
So question tí máa bèrè next, Mrs. Popola ni máa nà sí. Àwọn ECOWAS wọ́n ní àwọn fẹ́ lọ, wọ́n ní wọ́n kóra wọn jọ pé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Niger, àwọn fẹ́ lọ gbèjà olóṣèlú tí wọ́n lé kúrò ńbẹ̀. Ǹjẹ́ kì í ṣe pé bóyá àwọn neocolonialist yìí náà ni wọ́n fẹ́ lo ECOWAS gẹ́gẹ́ bí irinṣẹ́ láti padà wá sí ìlú yẹn? Kí lẹ rí sí?
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ṣé rí, ó dàbí ẹni pé a kàn ń lọ round and round in circle pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ Africa ni. And a dẹ̀ to identify kí ni some of the problems tó wà ní Africa tá ṣe wà ní ibi tá wà lénìí. A ti identify pé àwọn olórí wa wọ́n nípa nínú ẹ̀. Ó difficult láti access nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ECOWAS láì má ní gbogbo information lọ́wọ́. But pẹ̀lú information díẹ̀ ta ní lọ́wọ́ tó share pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa, which is another problem for Africa, by the way. Nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ communication àmọ́ à ń bára wa sọ̀rọ̀. So oníkálukú kan come up pẹ̀lú ideas tí ẹni tó rò pé nǹkan tó jẹ́ nìyẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n yà díẹ̀ kúrò nínú nǹkan tẹ́ bí mi, màá padà wá síbẹ̀. Ẹ dárúkọ fídíò tẹ́ rí nípa àwọn oníṣèlú kan tó ti kọjá sẹ́yìn. Èmi fẹ́ believe pé fídíò yẹn wọ́n doctor ẹ̀ ni. Èmi ò fẹ́ believe pé ó real, because wọn fi hàn wá, because normally tó bá ṣe fídíò, you show the environment, you show everything so that people can make informed decision. Oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ right now. Èmi fẹ́ believe pé kò lè tẹ ojú àwọn ọba wa mọ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé ìdí ti mú lókù. Ibẹ̀ ni mi máa dúró sí lórí yẹn. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ pé bóyá àwọn ECOWAS leaders wa, àwọn neocolonialism ni wọ́n fẹ́ gbẹ̀yìn wọlé. Ó tọ́ ni because nítorí pé kí ni Niger nìkọ́kọ́ ni ó ní náà yọ olórí wọn kúrò ń bẹ̀ náà. You know, at least about 3 or 4 others in the Sahel, you know, they did the same thing. Kí ló jẹ́ pé ìgbà tí Niger wá dé tó ṣe tiẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá gbé arúgà sókè pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ, kí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣe rescue ta ni? Olè mólè, olè ń polè, olè ń support olè. What is going on with our people? Ṣé wọ́n rò pé afọ́jú ni? We don't see, à ń ríran, à mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń lọ láyé. Wọ́n rò pé a kúrò Nàìjíríà àbí Áfíríkà láti mọ bí àwọn ìlú míì ṣe ń ṣe. Now, ẹ fẹ́ wá lọ gba ìkọ́nu yín sílẹ̀ àbí kẹ́ wá gbé padà sórí oyè. Nígbà tí àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀ tó sọ fún pé enough is enough, àwọn ti ní enough, àwọn fẹ́ òmìnira. I think àwọn leaders yìí, ECOWAS leaders, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ gbèrò, ẹ má ta ogún Áfíríkà mọ́, à ṣe pé kó máa ta ogún wa fún àwọn ẹlòmíì nítorí nǹkan táwọn fẹ́ jẹ ń bẹ̀. Ẹ̀rù ò bà wọ́n ni, ẹ̀rù orí àwọn èèyàn kò bà wọ́n, ẹ̀rù ẹlẹ́dàá àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń kú lójoojúmọ́ kò bà wọ́n. Nǹkan tó bá bà wọ́n ni ó yẹ kán tún nǹkan yẹn rò, kán tún gbé yẹ̀wò pé kí la lè ṣe láti ran gbogbo àwọn ìlú yìí lọ́wọ́, because tó bá dá fún wọn ó dá fáwa náà ni. Wọ́n mọ story France, kò ṣe pé wọn ò mọ̀. Tó bá dẹ̀ mọ̀, kí ló wá jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ fàkékọ́rí pé àwọn fẹ́ wọbẹ̀ lọ láti lọ gba ẹni yẹn sílẹ̀. Ẹni tí wọ́n mú, wọn pààyàn ńgbà tán ṣe. So why tẹ́yìn ṣe fẹ́ wá lọ pa àwọn èèyàn, because ẹ lè kan wọbẹ̀ kẹ́ jáde freely tí ó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa wà ńlẹ̀, wọ́n máa ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ni. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ yé ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ wa sílẹ̀. Wọ́n need láti rorí dáadáa pé kí ni díẹ̀ tó ṣe jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn yìí ń béèrè fún òmìnira wọn, kí la lè ṣe láti ran àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké yìí lọ́wọ́. Ìrẹ́ ń béèrè question kan lọ́wọ́ lẹ́ǹkan yẹn nípa àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké wa. Nígbà tí education ò sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́, curriculum tá à ń lò, wọ́n ti lò kọjá up to 60 years ago. Ṣé wọ́n ti review ẹ̀? Ṣé wọ́n ti wò pé kí ni èwo nú ẹ̀ ló bá Áfíríkà mu right now níbi tá a wà yìí? Kí ọpọlọ àwọn ọmọ wa lè jí pépépé. Kò sí ọ̀rọ̀ civic education. Civic education ló máa sọ fún àwọn ọmọ wa pé báyìí náà ṣe ń ṣe, báyìí náà ṣe ń ṣe ìlú, báyìí náà ṣe ń ṣe ìlú. Tí ò bá tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá fẹ́, báyìí lẹ ṣe máa ṣe. kàkà kí àwọn olórí wa kàn focus lórí àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn láti tún ìlú wọn ṣe èyí tí ò kàn wọ́n tí ò mú ìlọsíwájú wá fún Áfíríkà òun ni wọ́n fẹ́ máa lè ṣọmọ́ tó fẹ́ fi agbára wọn hàn pé àwọn lè ṣe àwọn dẹ̀ tún lè tún ṣe ó yẹ kẹ́rù Ọlọ́run bá wọn o bẹ́rù àwọn èèyàn wọn ò bá bà wọ́n ó yẹ kí ẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run kó bá wọn nítorí pé kí ni èèyàn kọ́kọ́ ojú gẹ́gẹ́ bí Yorùbá national anthem we're all the same kò sí ẹrú
má ṣe bẹ̀rù láì bọ́mọ
kò dẹ̀ sí ọmọ the same thing ni àtẹrú àtọmọ the same so pé a fẹ́ wá lọ sí Niger a fẹ́ wá lọ gbé yẹn padà síbẹ̀ padà síbo nígbà táwọn èèyàn ọbẹ̀ ń sọ pé àwọn ò fẹ́ mọ́ wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ti Nàìjíríà tó change constitution tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo power wọ́n gbé kúrò lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn wọ́n gbé só lórí èèyàn kan òun nìkan over 200 million ìtẹ́mi máa sọ ni pé Ọlọ́run ò ní fún wọn ṣe ẹ ṣe gan-an.
Amen.
Yes, Dr. Ifule kí ni parting shot yín fún àwọn African leaders?
Mo sorry o, kí ni
parting shot báwo?
Parting shot.
Parting shot. Pé kí lẹ fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀.
Ó ti yé mi, ẹ ṣe kan.
African leaders.
Mo máa support Madam Sandra OBE kò pé kí Ọlọ́run máa fún àwọn òṣìkà ṣe. My parting shot to them nípa ẹjẹ́ àwo ṣe a lè máa gbádùn sí i but kí ni máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn ọmọ wa àwa tàdé jẹ́ leaders tá a bá lè ṣe kí n dé tá a fi mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ wá a more competent person kó replace wa. Why couldn't we do that? Kí ni tá a lè ronú of the group, think for the group as opposed to thinking for self. Tí group bá ṣe dáadáa, self a benefit. Tí self nìkan bá ṣe dáadáa, kò necessarily mean pé group ma benefit. When are we going to become group oriented? So that's my parting shot. Anybody to buy any mantle of power, think about the group. Think about the next generation. Think about what your ancestors will say about you.
Yeah.
So again, my parting shot ni pé Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè ọ̀gá ògo kò ní fún wọn ṣe o.
Ìyálóde, kí ni parting shot yín fún àwọn African leaders?
Àwọn bàbá mi àti ìyá mi tó sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ti sọ tán wọn ní sọ̀rọ̀ tán. Àdúrà tí wọ́n gbà, èmi náà fọba lé pé àwọn onílẹ̀ Áfíríkà, Ọlọ́run tó dá gbogbo wa kò ní gbà fún wọn.
Àmín.
Ibi tó bá ti ń lọ pléènì wọn máa jábọ́.
Mi mọ̀ ń pa yẹn o.
Because wọ́n gbèrò re fún wa títorí pé bámúbámú ni mo yó. Wọ́n mọ̀ bóyá bí ń pa èèyàn kankan. Ẹ tó bá wo orí Facebook, mo máa ń wò lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan. And ó wà very disturbing ní nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, ní Nàìjíríà on its own. Wọ́n á bí ọmọ, wọ́n á gbé sínú carrier bag, wọ́n á gbé sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì. Ìkan ju ọmọ ẹ̀ sínú lagoon, èèyàn kan ló lọ gbé jáde. So gbogbo yẹn, àwọn people ti wà depressed. Wọ́n ti kò sówó, kò sóúnjẹ, kò sí nǹkan kan. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́rọ̀ tí àwọn ìyá yẹn sọ lẹ́nu, ẹ máa ní ṣàbíyamọ lélẹ̀. But we cannot judge them. Ẹni tí ebi bá pa fún bí ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ló máa mọ irú wàhálà tó kó sí. So àwọn ECOWAS yìí wọ́n mọ̀ pé wàhálà wà ní Áfíríkà. Wọ́n ò rí solution fún wa. Wọ́n ò rí bó ṣe fẹ́ túnṣe pé kó jẹ́ kí ẹni tó bá pé wà capable of ruling each country kó rule simply because of their selfishness. Torí nǹkan táwọn máa jẹ kò sí nǹkan tó kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú ẹlòmíì. So ó bẹ́tà kí gbogbo wọn kán rọra lọ sí mẹ̀dọ̀ kán fi Áfíríkà sílẹ̀ Áfíríkà rúùlù ara wọn kí àwọn òyìnbó náà àwọn western káwọn náà tiẹ̀ tún fún wa ní nǹkan kan kán fáwa náà bá ti tiẹ̀ àti ìgbà slave trade láti ń fún wọn káwọn náà fún wa ní mineral resources tó bá wà ládùúgbò wọn. Wọ́n ní Amẹ́ríkà epo tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà ojú eléyìí tó wà Nàìjíríà kò dẹ̀ sépo nílùú wọn. Gold tó wà ní Britain ojú eléyìí tó wà ní gbogbo Africa wọn dẹ̀ ní gold mine. So I don't understand. Ó yẹ kí ìsìn ló yẹ kí àwọn àgbààgbà Africa kan wá dìde pé now enough is enough. Mind your own business, let us mind our own business. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ béèrè question kan. Is it compulsory? Jẹ́ mọ̀ èmi mọ̀ nípa commerce mi dẹ̀ mọ̀ nípa economics. Ṣé dandan tipátipá ni a gbọ́dọ̀ trade pẹ̀lú wọn? Ṣé Africa ò gbọ́dọ̀ kóra wọn papọ̀? Ibì kan ṣáà ní China ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ ṣáà rí àwọn China wọ́n wretched ju àwa lọ. Look at them now. Ibì kan náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ now. Ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ibì kan kí Africa gbogbo Africa bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ibì kan. Kán wá àwọn tó wà intelligent fún computer ní commerce ní everything. Káwa náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmọ́ pé yà yẹn máa ṣe bí àwọn yẹn wọ́n jẹ̀yà ju 20 years tí gbogbo ẹ̀ tó fi gòkè. Káwa náà ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ká kọ́ bluff fún àwọn tó ń fìyà jẹ wá yìí. Náà bá fẹ́ trade pẹ̀lú wa kó má trade pẹ̀lú wa. Ṣé kò possible ni? Mo ń béèrè question ni.
Amadayin lóhùn. Ẹ ṣe question tẹ́ béèrè lẹ́yìn yẹn ó depend angle tẹ́ bá fi wò. Tí economist bá wò ó máa sọ fún wa pé kò ṣeé ṣe ni. But fún èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí lawyer ó ṣeé ṣe torí wípé tí gbogbo àwọn Africans bá kóra wa jọ a lè bára wa máa ṣòwò ká dẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ ìkákó àwọn engineers wa àwọn scientists wa ká kó wọn jọ ká fọ common front kan ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe yẹn ṣùgbọ́n tí àwọn ẹlòmíì bá máa sọ fún yín wọ́n á ní tán bá tí ì rí àwọn ará Amẹ́ríkà ń bẹ̀ tán bá tí ì rí Russia ń bẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tán lè ṣe so depend.
ó lè làwọn tó bá sọ.
So ẹ jẹ́ kí n pe Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn kí ni parting shot yín fún wa ní èdè fún àwọn African leaders.
Parting shot mi màá kọ́kọ́ address the African leader kan tó wà on board pẹ̀lú àmì àǹtí Fúnkẹ́ báàgì tẹ gbé dání tẹ fi kọ́pà yìí ó láti wà lóde tẹ gbélé o ọ̀la ní birthday mi o so whatever tó bá wà ń bẹ̀ ọ̀la ní birthday mi ṣá lọ́rọ̀ kan anyway ó dà yẹn pé a lot of us ò tí understand the bí àwọn western states yẹn western nations yẹn irú wọ́n ṣe keep wa down. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbàgbé pé at one point not too long ago there was a man wọ́n pè ní Gaddafi. Nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń sọ yẹn gangan Gaddafi try láti implement it and at some point they got rid of him. So they have their thumb on us in such a way to jẹ́ pé unless tabari and we to come together, somebody thought they might decide they have to be strong, they have to be unbeatable, they have to be unbreakable. Problem with our leaders were one man sọ̀rọ̀ sókè in the sense of within themselves, no man sọ̀rọ̀. Wọn kì í jẹ́ kí message wọn kó sọ̀kalẹ̀ kó lọ bá our lower class, so to speak. Tó bá yẹ kó possible fún wa láti máa wà open pẹ̀lú gbogbo demography right down to the grassroots ó máa empower Africa in a sense. Because one of our biggest problems is the education. That education, the social education, the economic education, the political education, all are missed. So, if anybody but decide pé wọ́n fẹ́ deal with Africa in such a way to Africa ní market deal, the Westerners do not like it. Because once they're back in the market, Emma reduce special trade with ground. Ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú BRICS tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa, and another country. One shall have to challenge America on the dollar. Ó kàn jẹ́ pé gbogbo bọ́n ṣe ń bára wọn fà á, àwa la máa kú nínú ogun wọn. We are the ones who will die in their war until Taba yọ ara wa jáde in a very, very sensible, intelligent way. So, our leaders are Nigerian leaders, they are the most useless because at the end of the day, Tonakpi giants of Africa. It's only by potential. Giant anything, really. What I want command to patronize our back on. Some day one the largest black population in Shemedan. She young ba award lead. One poverty capital of the world. On for the paradox. So our important olóríire wọn ni wá ká má sọ nǹkan. Ẹ wo kò sí leader kankan bì kan ẹ̀yin tèmi ń wò yìí náà ní leader. Until tá bá put foot down ká decide pé ẹ wo nǹkan tó wọ́n máa dà ló máa dà.
Thank you. Mrs. Popola, very briefly, what's your parting shots for African leaders?
African leaders, I think they all need to go back to school. Education, education, education. Educate yourselves, emancipate your mind, and protect your people. Shigoni.
Thank you. Mark pe Barrister Gidingbe kí wọ́n bọ́ sójú ọpọ́n fún ìbéèrè láti the question and answer session.
Thank you very much, Barrister Odumosu. Ẹ ṣé gan, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ látàárọ̀. And mo kí gbogbo àwọn panelists wa náà. Àjíǹde ara a máa jẹ́ o. Thank you so much. And èmi gan kéré ò kì í ṣe parting shot of but mo ní ìyànjú fún àwọn èwe wa. Mo fi pé òwe tó wà applicable ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. It's something that is also applicable to all youths across Africa. Ní Yorùbá land, tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run ṣe wá ní aṣáájú tá a dẹ̀ jẹ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀. A ní òwe kan tó máa ń sọ pé ọmọdé gbọ́n, àgbà gbọ́n, òun la fi dá ilẹ̀ Ifẹ̀. Kí àgbà bá ṣe bí àgbà kọ́mọdé ṣe bí ọmọdé. Ṣèbí wọ́n ní ọwọ́ ọmọdé ò tó pẹpẹ tàgbàlagbà kò wọ́ kiri. Mine is a dissenting opinion, and I believe it should complement everything the panelists have been saying. I believe the youth also should wake up. You have responsibility. Your responsibilities. Wọ́n ní àkínlájú sílẹ̀ kí tàlùbọ̀ kó wọ̀. Tí dìbà bàjẹ́ tó nídìí ló ń kàn. I want to give an example of someone I would call a youth, Akonji. He has been on this platform. And there's so many of them. We have our youth that are doing very well across the world, even in Nigeria and across Africa. What we are asking is not so much of a blame game, but we use the word, a key word, emulate. And we did mention 3 activists in Africa, whose word we cannot or should never take with levity. And irú àwọn tá a fẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ wa kí wọ́n jẹ́ kán fi ṣe àwòkọ́ṣe lélẹ̀. We look at America and the rest of the world. Our youth will readily copy the negative things. Nǹkan tí ò tún ayé ṣe tí ò lè dúró. But we want them to begin to hear sound words. In my days, when I say my days, now that I've been invited to the 6th floor, and one of the things that we pride ourselves in doing is, have you read this James Abbey Chase? Have you read this Space Setters, African Writer Series? We acquire knowledge. So, fashion, we need to be our best investment. And not only that, we've been told that the greatest knowledge is self-knowledge. Kawa aware. And in Kotiboda Mamoteko alludes in the knowledge of self-determination. So once we're empowered, it is difficult for us to be put in bondage of otherwise anyone, regardless of who you may be, that is subjugate to her. So I'm asking, I'm pleading with our youth to break loose. Gbogbo nǹkan ló ní exemption. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí anybody kó pè yín lẹ́rú torí bá a ṣe bí ẹrú la ṣe bí ọmọ. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ẹrú ní bàbá ọ̀nà ló jìn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, let us discover who we are and our future tiwa wọn ló ṣe pàtàkì. Wọ́n á ní tiwa tẹ̀yìn ọmọdé wọn ló ṣe pàtàkì. Emulate àwọn tó ń ṣe dáadáa. Most of these leaders that you can mention across Africa were youth when they came to power. Wọ́n ní vision ló gbé wọn débẹ̀. So wọn dẹ̀ lè débẹ̀ kan jayé tí yín mọ́ tí wọn. So arise, African youth, arise. Àwa lè ní ọmọ wa ló lọ́la. The future belongs to the youth. Don't worry about even myself or àwọn tó jù wá lọ. Ọ̀wọ̀ náà ní ká ní, wọn ní ká worship èèyàn, Ọlọ́run nìkan lè yàn worship. Ẹ má lajú sílẹ̀ kí tàlùbọ̀ kó wọ̀. Please, African youth, arise. That will be my own admonition to you. Thank you. Now, a fẹ́ bọ́ sí abala ìbéèrè. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ìbéèrè kan fẹ́ nìkan ni o. Ṣé anybody bá ní ìbéèrè méjì, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ pàpọ̀ sí ojú kan náà. Lásìkò rẹ̀, I invite gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní ìbéèrè, either from the secretariat or our panelist. Kí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ nawọ́ sókè.
Sister
Tinu. Ẹ bá ti nawọ́ sókè. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe kọ́ yẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a ṣe máa dáhùn ìbéèrè yẹn. And Sister Tinu, welcome. Thank you. Bínú bá ṣe rí òun ni obìnrin yàn. Èmi gan ti rò pé ẹ̀yin la kọ́kọ́ máa pè. The reason ni pé and ẹ jẹ́ ẹ má jẹ́ kí ká ṣe bí Yorùbá ṣe máa ń ṣe. Iwájú tí màmá fi sílẹ̀ àdá, ẹ̀yìn tán fi sílẹ̀ kò ní bàjẹ́ o. Ẹ kú ara fẹ́ra kù. The Lord will strengthen you. I know it's not easy. But wọ́n ní tí ọmọdé bá lọ ṣáájú tó bá dé ó possible kó má bàa gbàlagbà. So òkè àgbàlẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ̀ lè jábọ̀.
Amen.
Question tí mi kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ béèrè kẹ́ tó béèrè sí yín.
35 club.
Oh my gosh. Saya Missy. It's so hard.
So sorry, yo.
Ẹ ṣé.
Wá down.
Amima.
Kẹ́ tó béèrè ìbéèrè yín síta Tinu. Ìbéèrè kẹta. A rí wípé you have a dissenting opinion pẹ̀lú Dr. Yefule afẹ́kẹ́ ṣàlàyé. Torí a kì í ní apá kan káfapá kan sí méje. Káfapá kejì sílẹ̀. So to better enrich every one of us here and those who will be watching this video later. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ yànnàná ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ṣe rí. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣé ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ìjọba mi spotlight wọn barista.
Yes. Ẹ káàsán, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ìgbà tí ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Kò yẹ kí n wá sórí ètò, but mo kàn wo topic mo wá rí pé I can pick up one or two things from here too, pé to add to knowledge tèmi náà ní. But when people are talking and all that, mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo yín tẹ́ wà lórí panel, ẹ̀yin uncles and aunties, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú. I've been typing, but then there are so many things tí mo rò pé ó yẹ kí n chip in. So ìgbà tí Barrister Ogidegbe sọ pé question kan, so mo dẹ̀ ra keep to myself, but ẹ ṣé tẹ́ gbà mí láyè pé kí n fi sọ ọ̀rọ̀ to my diverse opinion tí mo nípa nǹkan tí uncle mi Dr. Yefule sọ nípa pé a lè ṣe fúnra wa, something about competition tí wọ́n sọ pé ṣé Africa lè compete against the West and all that àti the superpowers. Èmi sọ pé yes we can. And ní gbogbo nǹkan tí everybody ti sọ so far, mo believe pé mo fẹ́ adopt, but I have a lot of other things that I want to share, but I try láti run it down bí ó ṣe wà ní ọpọlọ mi tí mo ṣe ń kọ sílẹ̀. So kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú títí Dr. Oyefule. Mo sọ wípé yes, we can compete at all levels. In fact, I was almost saying pé Sister Yemisi wọ́n lọ Nàìjíríà, wọ́n ti gba nǹkan kan bọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà nínú ọpọlọ mi nígbà tán sọ̀rọ̀ China. Because China and Korea were the two nations tí mo liken to be Nigerian youth and all African youths can emanate. Àbí even the economy, the government to actually compete. And mo kọ fúnra mi wípé, yes, we can compete at all levels. Why and how? But we can, but about when we be ourselves. Sharing too many times, going back to the origin of topic in decolonialization. Why are we trying to be what we are not? Ọlọ́run dá wa as Black people, ó fi wá sí Africa. So tá bá lè compete at that level, our culture, our origin, ó matter a lot, which is the reason tó jẹ́ wípé the West tán ṣe ń court wa, tán wá sọ́dọ̀ wa, tán ṣe every and anything to suppress and oppress and depress everything tani. Because one more wípé wọ́n impose on us, yes, but ọmọ àlétílé ló jẹ́ kí wèrè ìta kó ráyè lórí wa. Now, tí a bá ṣe yẹn, tí gbogbo wa tá bá jẹ́, if we be ourselves, tí Kikuyu tó jẹ́ Kikuyu, tí Yorùbá jẹ́ Yorùbá, tí Fúlàní jẹ́ Fúlàní, tí à ń ṣe nǹkan wa at our own level and at our own pace, they will be forced to reckon with us. Now, in commerce, Dr. Oyefule wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ pé a lè compete even in terms of technology. Yeah, we will be there, kinikan. No, we're already there, uncle. I beg to differ because teba wo gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ wo Boeing ni o, bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn tó ń ṣe airplane, bẹ́ẹ̀ wo anything in the world everywhere. You will see African, you will see Nigerian, you will see Yoruba people that are helping to push this needle tí wọ́n ń ṣe kíní. But because our fair share in our own nation, our own nature, the nature as in Yoruba, as in Kikuyu, as in Kikuyu, as in Fante, Ewe, some people from Ghana, as in Beolon Shedawa, Taba Shebe, and Warabi can look forward to emulate. They would rather actually have the culture we have, because attack is a form of defense. Ni wọ́n ṣe fún wa. Now I asked myself, wípé okay, ẹ má ti jẹ́ kí n lọ síbi question yẹn. Mo ní pé in commerce, in technology, in economy, even politics, we know that politically, the democracy tán láwọn operate, they copied it from our fathers. Oyomesi, the Aláàfin, all of them, Ṣẹ̀mọ̀, Òṣogbo, gbogbo wọn, ó ní culture, ó ní bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan wọn. Ọba ni, ọba gbà lórí ohun gbogbo, but ọba ò kì í ṣe apàṣẹ wàá. Ó ní àwọn ẹmẹ̀wà. So the voice of the people are usually the voice of the leaders. But we are operating democracy in colonialism sense. We need to be ourselves. And that is how we can compete at all levels. Now, mo padà, the first thing that bẹ̀rẹ̀ kíní, mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara mi, independence from what? Why are we independent? Mango Park, wọ́n sọ fún wa, bàtà wà ní primary school. Mango Park, kí náà ni ó ṣe? Ó discover River Niger àbí kíní kan. River Niger was already there. He discovered it does not mean he brought it to us. Why is it important? Our culture, our people are already there. So independence from what? Why are we seeking independence from them? Because ati allow that is suppress, oppress, and depress us. That is why. And when they come, They come and erode our origin. They erode our culture. They erode us as a nation, as a people. Yoruba nation, Hausa people, the Tiv, the Jukuns, the Benue people. I just want erode wa. The Igbo people. Taba wà nínú skin wa tá a jẹ́ kan ṣe tọ́mọ àlétílé tí ò pave way fún wèrè tó ń bọ̀ níta. This would not happen. Tí everybody tó wà nínú ilé as a family, tí àwa of integrity, tá wà honest, ò bá jẹ́ ọmọ pé òun ṣe ìṣẹ̀ṣe ni, Christian ni ẹ́, Muslim ni ẹ́ ni, tó ń ṣe lótìtọ́ àti lódodo, tó dẹ̀ mú téèyàn kan mọ́ títì ẹ́. Wọn ò ní lè ráyè wọnú ilé wọn ní bògiri ò bá lanu, aláǹgbá kankan ò lè wọbẹ̀. So gbà tán wọnú àárín wa ló di pé ojú wọn là, tí wọ́n fi mọ̀ wípé gold wà níbì kan, silver wà níbì kan, California or whatever tó ń pè ó wà níbì kan. Àwọn tiwa ló point wọn síbẹ̀ nítorí pé láti lè gba ti percentage tiwọn against everybody else. Dr. Yefule, you mentioned something about the progress of one person. And this is what we are trying to even correct at the diaspora level, especially in America. The Yoruba people, we know we made it individually, but a lè share anything. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ, èèyàn kan ṣe expression kan, wọ́n ya okùn aláǹtakùn. Tí okùn aláǹtakùn, wọ́n lè pa elephant because wọ́n máa connect together ni. There is power in numbers, but a ṣe as a unit. Níṣe là ń ṣe divided by division, and that's why we cannot compete. But if we bring our forces to do that, then we will be able to compete. And why will we even also be able to compete? If we do it at our own pace, for our own development, for our own progress. Tá short gbogbo mo fẹ́ dàbí London àbí mo fẹ́ ṣe bí Germany ṣe. We can use the goodness of their nations, but we will have to make it to fit our own purpose and our resources and our people. If we bring it home, it is easy to achieve this end. And we will be the best for it. If we allow the best and the brightest to be at the forefront, gbogbo wa need the same knowledge. Kò sẹ́ni tọ́lọ́run ò fún ní talent. Let me take you back to the Bible. Ó fún àwọn kan 5, ó fún èèyàn kan 3 àbí 2, ó dẹ̀ mẹ́yọ̀ kan fẹ́yàn kan. Ẹyọ kan tán fún èèyàn kan tó ṣe báṣubàṣu yẹn, wọ́n gbà á lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, wọ́n tún mú fún ẹni tó ti ní 5. Òun lọ̀rọ̀ wa l'Áfríkà. 5 náà fún wa. Àti ẹ̀ lò. Àwọn kan ní Áfríkà wọ́n lẹ́yọ kan. Wọ́n ti ẹ̀ lò. Wọ́n wá gbà á lọ́wọ́ wọn. Wọ́n tún wá gbé fún àwọn tán ní 5. We have to correct that. Now, mo wá sọ mo ní pé lọ́rọ̀ youth. Tá a bá sọ pé kí youth, who are the youth? The youth, wọ́n máa ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ, are the future. At one point, I'm still a youth anyway. I mean, mo young jù ní gbogbo yín tó wà bí. So I'm still a youth. Now, let's have the brightest and the best of the best. But kò ń ṣe pé a fẹ́ fi àwọn tí, and at grades ni, nínú issues tó ní kálukú bá mọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi wọ́n síbẹ̀. And then, kò ń ṣe pé a fẹ́ bench elders. We cannot, because there is nowhere tẹ́tí rí ọmọdé or youth tó ní ọgbọ́n, as in wisdom, not knowledge. The youth are feisty, they have strength, they have the knowledge. They are out there intellectually, one ní, but the method and the manner to discern and to present gbogbo àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn at the time tá lè ṣe àní, unless tọ́lọ́run bá fún yàn ní that wisdom. And we know ló fún Solomon. Solomon is about the only one Tashimo, and then maybe Baba Awolowo and few other people in Africa. But unless the Ọlọ́run bá fún wa, ní youth ni, so òun la fi máa ní àwọn àgbàlagbà, àwọn àgbà olóòótọ́, àwọn àgbà tó jẹ́ wípé kò sí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀, no matter how they cut, dice and slice or even squeeze it, they will always say the truth. In the face of adversity, in the face of death, the truth will be constant. Truth yẹn no mama sọ fún wa. So that's how the youth are able to now come in and use their knowledge, the kinitolon fún wọn. And so wípé youth wọ́n ní vigor, the vitality, everything they have, they will use it. You know, their feistiness, they should channel it to the right place, area, to máa fi help tiwọn àti gbogbo wa. My last thing to say is this. It's on the passport tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Africa. Mo sọ wípé unity of purpose. African Union, some of us don't know, but a lot of people, somewhere of the inside, one more. African Union started something and they were in the right path, on the right path. But even the West, they were doubting that AfCAFTA, African Continental Trade, kò ní come to see the light of the day. They were so surprised that in record time, African Union rolled out that thing and wanted to fall in line. The only reason Buhari ṣe lè jẹ́ kí more Fulani kan wọlé is that thing, because of the freedom, free visa, you can go anywhere, you can trade anywhere, you know, all those things. And that is what the diasporans, our brothers and sisters, African Americans, níbí báyìí, tí wọ́n lò láti lè sọ pé okay, they want to go back to Africa. And that's a good thing. That's very beautiful. But at the level of the country, each country, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ tún regulate and make sure that wọ́n máa process àwọn èèyàn tó ń wọlé. Nítorí free visa kò mean pé every time the Canary must come into the country unchecked, uncensored. Tó máa fi wá wọlé, tó máa fi gbé ìbọn, tó máa lọ pààyàn kiri. So the passport, the currency, the economy of Africa, ó máa wà aided and assisted, and we can move forward progressively, even more than the economy tá enamel about today, if we do it at the right time and by the right things, and we police it. And I say police in my book, but it's like policy ni mo fẹ́ sọ ní lórí mi. The policy bá wà ńbẹ̀ láti regulate and we do it right. Kò sí nǹkan tó máa ní pé African nations cannot compete amongst themselves healthily, and then even to prosper at the outside of anyone. 75% of the resources, Africa ló wà. So why not use it?
Thank you very much, Sister Kino. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣàlàyé fún gbogbo àwọn tó wà lórí ètò yìí. As you know, ordinarily Sister Kino should have been one of the panelists, but even during the morning, she came out and she made enormous observation that she just simply looked what it is. And so, she deviate from Okiwa, Agbanwalaye, nítorí wípé ìbáṣe nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn ọgbọ́n náà wà agbọ̀nràn gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe wọ́n ní Yorùbá, the panelist. And ní àsìkò yìí, mo fi pé it is appropriate because issues don't raise láàrin àwọn panelists. I don't know whether Dr. Yufule have one or two things to say to respond to what she just enumerated.
Sure.
Yeah, all right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Sister Chino, you spoke very, very well and very eloquently, and your points are very well taken. You see, you actually mentioned won't change the mindset, won't change who we are, kind of. And I'm in full agreement with that. Mindset to change lọ́dọ̀ wa náà ni ló jẹ́ kí àwọn highly intelligent wa tó wà ní Europe at America, they demonstrate the intelligence beyond what the country they left behind shows to the rest of the world. It might take some time to reverse irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Nǹkan tí mo ní pé we are not ready right now nìyẹn. We have the capability, we have the ability, and we have the people to help implement these changes. But it might take some time. The technologists, methodologists, to one in Russia, to one in US, to one in South America, to Yoruba, to gbogbo ma padà wá láti help navigate gbogbo àwọn natural resources, our minerals standing under our soil. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. Àwọn kan lè lọ fi 747 jets kó wọn wá lẹ́ni kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́la. Ó ti is a mindset. You see, mindset might take some little time to change, and the infrastructure must be put in place. Combine actualize gbogbo nǹkan tó mọ̀. Ìyẹn ni mo ní pé ready lẹ́ni, but we have the ability to do it. And you also have to see that nípé ìgbà táwọn colonialists dé, technology wọn nìkan kọ́ náà show wa. Wọ́n actually made a concerted effort láti destroy nǹkan tá a ní. Member of Parliament in England, Vaughan, also in 1835, only pé these people tó ń rí wọ́n máa smart. The only way tá lè fi undo wọn ni pé ká gbé religion àti miseducation ká fi bà gbogbo nǹkan tó ní jẹ́. That way they will not have confidence in themselves. One basic, my worship our Europeans who spiritually, emotionally are not quite as advanced as these people. We're technologically more advanced, but many areas were better jualo. But if we give them religion, the wrong part of religion, we give them education, the wrong education. If we talk about fasoli, commonly think, no critical thinking. So education, we will continue to rule them. And now that we're beginning to realize we concerted effort, their better brains sat down in the conference, come a plan, but we can out. So let our own better brain now come together. Our weight neutralize it. And this platform has started that. Because everybody in Bejade, Madam Popola, Amotekun, Sister Funke, Sister Victoria Morimbe, Funke, Yellow Desha, by the way. But we got to go one Bejade, own show, it's pointing towards the path. Nikbe Unkota Rupoje, Kolo Je, in terms of Unkotia people you go up for 1 year. And it is so finally Nipa Atlanta Takun. Of course, Atlanta cannot work by itself. So our politicians who don't think about themselves, they have not been effective. But Atlanta to work in a group, only so you are right about that. So our politicians who are not on the interest of the group in mind, they can do a lot towards our advancement. So that's all. That's the answer I have.
Doctor.
I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, sir. Clear. And then there was something to miss out. Answer. Sister MC, I believe I will not risk any pay, but in terms of
Dr. Yefule àti Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ti gbàgbé orúkọ mi Fúnkẹ́ náà ń pè mí ẹ gbà mí o.
Ìyá ló Fúnkẹ́ máa lọ wà lórí kíní madam. Ìyá Fúnkẹ́ yọ. But don't worry, We know you, and we accept you as our
Yẹ́misí náà ń jẹ́.
Ìyálóde làwa mọ̀ wọ́n sí.
Méjèèjì náà ni. So it's a good laugh. So mo ń sọ pé aid and support and medicine tí wọ́n ń sọ wípé wọ́n fẹ́ get into people's systems nǹkan kan pé láti lè depopulate Africa and all that. That is why, Dr. Yefule, you are one of our brilliant ones, the best, the brightest in medicine. And I need so many other people, not money by Ogun. I can tout my husband to be one of them. He's a scientist and pharmacologist, Nipa Ogun. I need so many others. Tí wọ́n mọ̀ nípa tí kíni aláwọn kan tó tẹ̀lé pé wọ́n fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pharmaceuticals ní Nàìjíríà, but torí àwọn oníjẹkújẹ yẹn náà ni wọ́n jẹ́ kí kíní gbòòrò. So tí a bá lè ṣúra wa pọ̀, gbogbo medicine, gbogbo aid nǹkan tó ń fún wa, wọ́n fi ọmọ rẹ̀ bọ̀ rẹ̀, if I can use that, or wọ́n lo owó wa náà ń lò. Torí gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ń ṣe àwọn oògùn yìí, ṣebí resources wa ni. Tí wọ́n wá ní pé wọ́n fún wa ní aid, kò sí aid kan bì kankan. Búrẹ́dì Agége náà fi ń kó wa lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ nítorí pé wọ́n ń wa gold, wọ́n ń wa silver, wọ́n ń wa oríṣiríṣi nǹkan, wọ́n á kó jáde. Wọ́n wá fún yín ní 1% of aid towards education or something nínú 100 million tí wọ́n kó lọ. What is that? That is why tó yẹ pé gbogbo àwọn organizations and láti dìde. Èmi mo ṣe a ní She Rises International Inc. Tá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ is an advocacy for women and girls. Tá help àwọn girls pé education ni o, vocation kìíní ni o, whatever, all over the developing world. A rí pé Yorùbá nurses náà, àwọn náà ti dìde. Àwọn kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ National Association of Oduduwa, ṣé mọ̀? Gbogbo orú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, concerted effort, intentionally, bí Dr. Sandra ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ láàárọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé intentionally ni a ṣe máa gbára wa kalẹ̀. It's not by design, by accident or recklessly. We have to be right on point. Tí ẹ̀mí èèyàn kan bá cut short by, somebody else must be able to get into the step and move forward.
Yep.
When they see that pé kò sí làkúnà, kò sí gap, they will have a rethink. Africa has truly awoke. Awoke la máa ń sọ ń sìn. Ẹ ṣé.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Job, Barrister.
Yes, sir.
Can I just make a 1-2 sentence comment?
Okay, sir.
Sister Tinu, you're very, very correct again. Absolutely correct. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni pé it will take time for this structure to be built. Time. Kọ́lọ́njọ́ lè ṣẹlẹ̀ in our own lifetime. But tí ó bá tiẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ ní lifetime tiwa, lifetime àwọn ọmọ tá fi lẹ̀ kó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní time yẹn. Àti ní pé one of the things tí àwọn òyìnbó ń ṣe fún wa ni pé they want to highlight the differences among Africans. Similarity wa wọn ò fẹ́ sọ. Wọ́n sọ pé there are 200, for instance, 250 languages ló wà ní Nigeria. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Ṣé mo lára 250 yẹn, ó include Ìjẹ̀bú, ó include Ẹ̀gbá, ó include Ọ̀yọ́, ó include Ẹ̀gbádò. Nínú 250 yẹn.
But we are Yoruba people.
Of course. Láti Egunland. Ní eastern part of Latipo Novo, all the way to the Niger, títí dé ìlú àwọn Ṣẹ̀kírì, almost to the Niger actually, not to the Niger. Títí dé ìlú Ṣẹ̀kírì, Yorùbá ní gbogbo wa. But if you look at that group, àwọn tó ní pé 250 languages, what ti include 20 or 30 languages now out there. And Teba were interested in linguistics, like I am. Teba lost in Niger, the confluence of Niger and Benue. One pay over 100 languages ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Irọ́ kò tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Those people understand each other. They're all variations, dialects of the same language. But one very nípa ní 250 pé all the primitive Africans wọ́n kàn sọ
monkeys.
wọ́n pariwo. That's what they're portraying. Wow, only 250 languages. Èmi náà ní pé wọ́n ní 250 languages in England o, because ìgbà tí mo lọ sí Manchester, and this is my last sentence, barrister. Mo lọ sí Ireland ní 1985. Ireland ke. Mo lọ sí Manchester in England, ẹgbẹ̀yìn bẹ̀yẹn ni. Ni boy kan bá ọ̀rẹ́ mi, is part of the police force ní Manchester. Ó wá gbé mi lọ sí nightclub ká lọ mu ọtí. Ó wá ní pé ṣé mo fẹ́ kí n fẹ́ mu. Ó lóun máa suggest Powell Owl. Mo kọ́ ẹ̀ tí wà ní Manchester, mo ń gbọ́ the Powell Owl mean. Ó ní Powell Owl. Kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ń rò lọ́kàn mi nìyí. Mo ní kó repeat. The bastard was, I won't call him a bastard, he was a nice guy. The guy was telling me pale ale, loads of me pale ale. The about him putting a Powell Owl. Also 5-6 times me understand the pattern. So then of course Mickey is speaking a different language from English. So the back count here no, every they want no Google kind dialect, kind of variation of the same language. It's a worldwide phenomenon. We got in other Americans name in Boston. So if you understand what in Mississippi here. We got the Americans if you understand Australian here. We got American if you understand English, also English also Uyibudada. The Americans also here. Until the British tell them, oh yes, here we understand English, but once in a while we understand American.
Thank you very much. Eshegun, thank you very much. And Dr. Yokola, thank you. Ìfẹ́ ìlú is obvious on this platform today. Torí ẹni tó tún náwó sókè nísìnyí, ọmọ olóòkú àbàjá lọ́rùn làwọn náà, Mr. Onigemo, it's good to have you back. Mo mọ̀ pé ẹ wà láàrin wa lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá bọ̀ ẹ̀ torí pé God is healing the wounds slowly. And when my mother died in 2003, I was told that Okuya is in continuous that don't worry, Aburo, in 30 years' time you will cry. Orishabi Yausi. My prayer is that the Lord will give it the strength to hear loss and feel the indulgence. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Nidio.
Barrister. Thank you, everybody. And I hope pé Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á gbé wa dé ilẹ̀ lérí tá ń fight fún. Question mo fẹ́ béèrè o, and although ó dára pé Dr. Yefule àti Sister Tinu wọ́n ti sọ tán ní sọ̀rọ̀ tán. And this has been the constant for a very long time. In Louis, there are so many things. So the more experience, you know, to an extent, about, you know, lossy bank, you can read money transfer from uniform. If we talk, the questionnaire to support country. Mo sọ pé Nàìjíríà tí báńkì la ájú pẹ̀lú mi pé Nàìjíríà kọ́ ni country. Mo wá bí pé kí ni country, ó ní Africa ni country. Mo ní Africa is not a country. And these are the things that irú àwọn education tí the West tí wọ́n educate àwọn tó tẹ̀ jẹ́ lára wa àwọn tó dúdú àwọn Black Americans níbí báyìí, and the same thing ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Africa as a whole. I mean, all this while, that is sorrow, blame ara wa, gbogbo àwọn tí tẹ́ pé àwọn tó greedy, àwọn tó fira wọn lẹ̀ fún other people láti influence. We also have to look at the people this group of people to influence wa. Because about war, let's look at the big picture. Which African country low break out of this bondage? Bondage. Which African country will? I'm also playing South Africa. Oh, South Africa is doing so well. South Africa within the next 20 years. Now, I'm not breaking but what I'm saying is the influence the West in that hold, that bondage, over Africa. How do we break this bondage? Because right now, the midst of these people, we study them, we study the whole situation, we know exactly what is going on. Now, how do we use this against them? Because starting no so Africa, they studied everything in Africa. One low advantage. Africa, one low against Africans. So how do we now carry the big picture? How do we get this or break this bondage? That's my question.
Thank you. Me I like the question. I agree, Lori, it's something that should be done and that can be done. But we can share a joke. What you must pay Rome. It wasn't built in a day. But nevertheless, it got built. So, Nkochi and she, we can only idea Nkota Lishe. Oh, one in Noah. But Yoruba ni Orukotaba fe someone inu eni longwe. What they saw why Yoruba pe adakeja bi oro ni wa. So, if we're going to do anything, we need to look at nations that emerge. And one more, China, I mentioned Lenny. China didn't get to where they are now, by publicizing their intentions. Oh, Shive. Very soon, I go to India not to join one. And also, we pay Ogmojo Agbara law. And Baba Wade Soki Alagbara Mamiro. Baba Oleni. So, in my own view, what are we supposed to do? When it comes to Bugwasho and Sasoro, Emishi believe pe Yoruba, Imole Bugwadula Waniwa. How are we going to do this? We are going to do it by awareness, and the awareness across the nations of Africa. And we're going to identify individuals. Imulema Wanibe, Kinshisho Joko. And Tabadeti, our Kota Feshe, Tabati identify Abereshe, we can be their nemesis. We can be their nemesis. I read about, in one of the many few books, let me say that I read, there was an emperor that was conquered. And the new emperor brought him to the corridor of power and asked him, give him two options. you can be banished from this empire, or you stay here and swear an allegiance to me, to serve me. Ó náà ṣe bẹ ní kógọ̀. Yorùbá ní ìdọ̀bálẹ̀ kì í ṣe wà. Ó ṣe bẹ, ó dẹ̀ understood the empire after a few decades to take over. We can be their nemesis. But in one Lachiko, combination of many things. Sister Tino mentioned it. When they killed Steve Biko and so many others, the struggle to liberate people from apartheid did not stop. And you watch, for those who have watched Cry Freedom, trailer after film, one list suicide, 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 suicide. They killed those people. They didn't commit suicide. They were too tough to kill themselves. The vision to liberate their people was too great for them to actually take their own life. It took an invisible hand of the Almighty God that kept Mandela. He could have been one of those. So we need to wake up our mind. It's your time. So we need to be our brother's keeper. So it's about we need to protect each other and carry our be but it's not going to happen in a day. We believe the God of Africa is now awake. So he said that and it's not the baton may have to be handed to those who are coming after us. But Africa shall be free. We've seen it. Our fathers, the seed is already in us. When Mama Funlayo, Kuti, Baba Wolo and the rest were coming to Lancaster House, they had a vision. They were not driven by ambition. They had a vision. When Kenneth Kaunda said Zambia shall be free, they had a vision. When Martin Luther King said, I may not be there with you, they had a vision. So we need to credit ourselves a little bit and pat ourselves in the back there. Against all odds, when we make up our mind, we get things done. And your generation, my generation, those coming after us, they will effect a paradigm shift. The Black nation shall be free. The Black people shall be free because Black matters. Black life matters. And it doesn't matter. Death is a transition and it's inevitable. If we believe in a cause and we don't think it's worth our life, then that cause is worthless. It can come to any one of us. No one is going to live here forever. So let us be encouraged, be resolute. We have everything it takes. The odds may appear as if it's against us now, but we are a generation of city changers, war changers. It shall be done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Barrister, Muma Ejo Kato Losibi vote of thanks. One fee account number Yoruba Nation Global Directory. Sorry, Con Ejo. Oyekoye Chi Olomba Firan and Oloni Bagbeyo. We take also the opportunity to thank all those who have been consistent since our inception. They've been given sacrificially. Direct debit could stop. àbùdí ní tolókun ní agbára Èdùmàrè wọ́n ní tójó tẹrun ilé alákàn kì í gbẹ ilé yóò ní gbẹ o Ọlọ́run á máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ lágbára Èdùmàrè ìran Yorùbá tẹ́ ń torí ẹ̀ tàràkà kò ní jẹ́ kẹ́ tàràkà kẹ́ jẹun ní kẹ́ tó jẹun àti ìrandíran ọmọ yín pápátá wọ́n á ní èrè níbẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ni wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ́. Thank you. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ká tó lọ mo fẹ́ ká kàn wo nǹkan fídíò kan tó máa encourage wa ká tó ṣe vote of thanks. Just let's see what we can learn from this young man. Thank you.
We need a borderless continent. We need a continent with one currency. We need a continent with one parliament, which has got teeth and it will bite and hold the executives in countries accountable. And ultimately, we need one African president. We need United States of Africa. We supported and we continue to support those ideals of brother leader Gaddafi. We are following in the footsteps of those leaders. We are not saying they were perfect, some of them, but there are a lot of teachings that come from our leaders in the continent which we can follow because we think they will unite us. This thing was the one thing called Africa. This was one thing. It was divided by colonizers. These borders are artificial borders imposed on us by colonizers. Why do you want to behave like you are owning colonizers' properties? These borders are colonizers' properties, they are not ours. Let us go back to African unity. We want one voice, one Africa. We must stop doing away with African hate, which was instilled in us by the colonizers. When you say, hey, there are too many Zimbabweans here, there are too many Nigerians here, hey, you are doing the work of the devil, which is to divide Africans. Be angry with Nigerians and South Africans for doing crimes, Zimbabweans, the same way you are with South Africans who commit crimes. They must be treated the same. It must not be because it's a Nigerian, it's a more crime. If a Nigerian kills a person, that killing is twice. As if the murder by South African is lesser than a Nigerian murder. It's wrong. Crime is crime. Let's deal with it as crime. When it is a white person in South Africa, undocumented, he's called an investor. Not only a white person, including Indians and Chinese. These Guptas didn't have proper papers here. These Guptas didn't have proper papers. No one dared called them Kwerekweres. No one. But if it was my African brothers, we're going to be called Kwerekweres because they don't have papers. Self-hate. It must come to an end. If it means making the EFF lose votes for that, let it lose votes. Lose votes on principle. Not on political expediency of wanting to appeal. This country belongs to Africans in the same way Nigeria belongs to South Africans. Nigeria is South Africa, South Africa is Nigeria. We are Zimbabweans. We need to do away with this nonsensical idea that was imposed on us by colonizers, by Theresa May ancestors, that we must dislike each other. We must do away with that. Theresa May is coming here to make sure that we continue to hate each other. Look at what we are doing now. We are reclaiming our land in South Africa, saying our people must get the land inspired by our brothers in Zimbabwe. Namibia is following. Let the whole of African continent follow and reclaim our land. That's how we're going to gain our independence. And through the ownership of the continental land, we shall then have a true one South Africa. We are unable to unite because we are divided along colonial lines, Francophones and Anglophones. We need to do away with that. We need to love our African brothers in America when they are being slaughtered, in London when they are being slaughtered. They need to know that we love them here in South Africa. They remain.
Why play World of...
Sorry, only shocking of every. And for those who want to I do link. I will put it on the chat room, and you can watch the rest by yourself. For anybody to bash in interest, láti máa wò, ká má bàa gbára wa lásìkò. Link here will have to see. If you just click on it, then you can watch it. Barrister, don't want to over to you. Thank you. Barrister, I'll meet around.
Vote of thanks.
Who's doing that? Is it me? Oh, let me see. What's the program?
Either Pastor Raphael or Sister Marquis.
Oh, Sister Marquis. None of them are one. The boy I kept Sister Yemisi. Abi. Say, Sister Victoria, Sister Funkesha, she want to see.
What you want to see?
Only 1 million's name. Ó depend lórí phone tí bá lò ní orúkọ tẹ́ máa rí ńbẹ̀.
Ẹ̀tún fídíò ní òun
after kí n ṣe vote of time.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay. Then gbé photo mi sí o. Ó dà. Ẹ kú lé o. Àmì ẹ kú jókòó ní ká sọ. Ẹ kú jókòó. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin olóríire tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa o, ẹ̀yin bàbá àti àwọn ìyá wa àti ẹ̀gbọ́n àtàbúrò. Ẹ ṣé ti tèní o. Olúwa ò ní fi tèní ṣe àṣemọ fún gbogbo wa o.
Àṣẹ.
Mo dẹ̀ kí àwọn tí wọ́n join club wa, àwọn méjèèjì, brother wa àti sister wa. Ẹ kú ara fẹ́ra kù. Olúwa dẹ̀lẹ̀ fún wọn gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n fi sílẹ̀ ìkọ̀kan nínú ẹ̀ ò ní bàjẹ́ o. Ẹ̀yin bàbá àti ìyá mi tẹ́ wà lórí ètò, mo ní kí n tún kí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ ṣé gan ni o, ẹ ṣé tẹ́ tá pè yín tẹ́ jẹ́ wa o. A máa rí yín bá o, ẹ̀yin àwa lẹ máa bá ẹ̀yin náà la máa rí ní gbogbo ọjọ́ tá bá ti pè yín, a ní fẹ́nikẹ́ni nínú yín ṣàwátì. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fún wa lówó, àpò yín ò ní gbẹ o. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run, owó tẹ́bẹ̀ ṣe ń mú fún wa, Olúwa máa fi ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ a máa fi rọ́pò ni. Ẹ ní nọ̀kan tán kẹ́ tó rí kan. Ẹ má dúró ní fífúnni, wọ́n ní òkè lọ́wọ́ afúnni ń gbé. Ẹ̀yin náà tẹ́ ṣe ń rò pé ṣé kán fún wọn lówó. A mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ti balẹ̀ jẹ́. Ẹlẹ́ran ara ni gbogbo wa. Èmi náà mo wà lára àwọn tó ń gbá. Tó ẹ pé tí n bá rí anybody nínú wọn tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa owó, bí àdúrà bí èpè ni màá fún wọn. Bẹ̀tẹ̀ tá a bá ní ká dújú fún ẹni búburú, èèyàn rere náà máa kọjá nígbà tá à ní mọ̀ torí àwa ló à ń díjú. So gbogbo yín ẹ ti gbé directorate wò, ẹ ti rí pé kò sí láyọ̀nù tó ń kówó jẹ àbí crocodile tó ń kówó jẹ. Tẹ́ bá ti fún wa lówó, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan tó wà fún gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ nawọ́ díẹ̀ sí wa náà. Ọlọ́run náà máa nawọ́ sí yín. So lágbára Ọlọ́run ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀, gbogbo wa tá wà ń bí àní pẹ̀dí o, èlé la máa pa o. Àwa tá wà ń bí àtúmọ̀ ẹlòmíì náà tí ò tí rí orí ọ̀fẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ ní. Ẹ sọ fún wọn pé kàn tiẹ̀ wá tọ́ directorate wò kán rí i pé rere lolúwa. Olúwa bùkún wa o, aṣọ wa ju ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ lọ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o, a dúpẹ́ gan ni lọ́wọ́ yín. Ó dàbọ̀.
Ó dàbọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun.
Ní kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lè pa.
fofoloaded.com.
Ṣé bájọ́ ṣe Malians ni? Wọ́n fẹ́ máa kọ́nà mi. Wọ́n tún fẹ́ bọ́dà mi. Ọ̀tọ̀lúwa cover mi. Wọ́n pe dádì mi. Wọ́n threaten mọ́mí mi. They won't take the peace in me. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ lọ́rùn mi. Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. Fast to wonder, fuck their gunner. Give me mercy, I no be loser. Wọ́n fẹ́ kí Ronaldo gba corner. Barcelona for the corner. Wọ́n fẹ́ kí n wọ sápá. I don't stop to smoke the ganja. Olùpẹ́ folúwa hallelujah. Z, Koja, Black, Mobad, Dollar, Morais. Rise never going down. Go see much but more guys. New fresh but more fire. One hero, more sight. In the darkness, I'll be light.
Would you like to secure your first tech role in the next 3 months?
Malian. Emmanuel. Ta ló sọ pé kò fọ̀kẹ́? OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan. Ta ló sọ pé kò fọ̀kẹ́? OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan. Àwọn ọmọ ají ló mọ́tò, ají bàbá yá. Àwọn ọmọ mi ṣokoṣoko. Àwọn ọmọ ají ló mọ́tò, ají bàbá yá. Àwọn ọmọ mi ṣokoṣoko. Ẹlẹ́ sọ pé kò fọ̀kẹ́, OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan. Ẹlẹ́ sọ pé kò fọ̀kẹ́, OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan. Ta ló sọ pé kò fọ̀kẹ́? OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan. Ta ló sọ pé kò fọ̀kẹ́? OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan.
You know, it doesn't matter if you choose left or right because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious.
You know, it doesn't matter if you choose left or right because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious.
Know what else I like? No, what?
The sound of the snap when you bite into it.
cash munda, yeah. I the cabasa, yeah. Got over we hustle vision 2020. Our government and promise, you know say boys go chop every day with scamming. All night no sleep. Moya